right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safe Liquid Beer for the podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello.
It's not static, AM radio. It's the Play Alberta
Nielson Show, let's go. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. Let's crack a 6 o'clock and lager with some sirloin bites.
It's a two-jacket day. He is on fire. Staying on Marcus.
Huge.
What a moment for George Springer. George Springer. He's done it again.
It's the major leagues.
It's the major leagues. It's the major league playoffs.
It's major leagues.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
It's the major leagues. It's the preseason. It's a big day in the Canadian Football League. A wild Sunday in the NFL. We got so much to discuss.
And a big Monday night in
And
the
a big
NFL.
Monday nighter. Ooh, Ravens and Lions.
It's the Nielson Iwanic Bowl.
Where will you be tonight?
Sully's Sports Bar Lounge, Century
Monday
Casino,
nighter.
4 Road, loaded burger on special. Your next chance to get into a draw for a trip for 2 to LA to catch the Rams and the Saints as well.
Oh, that sounds like a really good time. That sounds like a tempting Monday night. That sounds like a nice Monday night.
Hell of a game.
Yeah, it's gonna be better than last night's game. Last night's game was just Patrick Mahomes threw a couple of deep ones up, and Russell Wilson sucked the big one.
Chiefs are back.
No, they're
They
not.
are so back.
I refuse to believe the Chiefs are back.
They
but
are so back.
don't they get the Ravens next week? I think the Chiefs get the Ravens here right away too.
Well, you know.
I don't like their chances in that one. I don't like their
They are
chances in that one.
scripted to be in the
Yeah.
Super Bowl, so yes, at home to the Ravens Sunday afternoon.
Edmonton Sports Talk is presented to you by Play Alberta. Make your bets count for you and everyone else with the Play Alberta app with hundreds of prop bets on the biggest leagues. We're talking NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, you name it. You're not just playing for fun. You are supporting your province. Play Alberta revenue helps fund Alberta programs and services. Deposit today with the code EST Sports and get a $50 free bet when you deposit $50. All more convenient than ever with the new and improved Play Alberta app. Lots of football action on Play Alberta over the weekend, I am sure. The Nielson Show is brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson. Whoa.
Johnson, Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Edmonton's trained home comfort specialist for nearly 50 years. How about this? Get 10% off any new Train furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. You can bundle the furnace with a AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfortable now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Train. Train, it's hard to start with Train. And look at this. The crew over at Weiss Johnson made a website just for our listeners.
What?
Yeah. Visit. So let's hammer this website.
Angelfire.
Look at all the incredible traffic.
I love that.
Yeah. It's weissjohnson.geocities.com.
Yeah. Yes.
No, it's wjsportstalk.com.
Get out of here.
So yeah, so go to wjsportstalk.com and that'll show that we directed you there and that's I want to do business. So if you want to check things out, do us a favor. Go check out the website. www.wjsportstalk.com. It probably looks just like the regular website, but they'll know that it's coming from us. www.wjsportstalk.com today. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat, right?
Yeah.
I think they call it an auto direct in the business. Normology says, happy Monday Night Football. Oh, is the Halud crew rolling in?
I really hope so. If Berlando's there again with a different color of sweatshirt, I'm going to lose it.
I'm considering a visit.
Well, especially with
my Lions are playing.
When the Halud crew there as well.
A little Monday night. It's
not like you've just been sitting around all weekend at home.
I know.
It's about time you
I
get out
didn't
of the
get home
house.
till like 2:30 yesterday. Stupid. These flights back from Ottawa, like you can't even get here direct on WestJet on Sunday. I had to go through Calgary. I had a 2-hour and 40-minute layover in Calgary. I should have been smart and just drove down to Calgary, flew out.
Yeah.
Would have been quicker. I would have got home. But
I think we got a text as well.
Okay.
Somebody's celebrating a birthday tonight at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge.
Yes,
So,
yes. A happy birthday to Jocelyn.
So
They'll be there tonight. We got a double on location day because you'll be there tonight.
yes.
Lock Shop and Oil Stream live from the Manning Boston Pizza today. So if you'd like to come join us, I'll be set up there for Lock Shop. On Lock Shop today, we're planning on taking the CFL announcement live at 11 o'clock, and then Huss and I will react shortly after
From Hotel X.
That's in Toronto. That's a big deal.
That's really edgy. Like it's kind of,
Imagine being so confident in your hotel, you only use one letter. Unless it's spelled EX.
That'd be something. That's short for exhibition.
Could be.
The
Yeah.
Exhibition Hotel.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Who knows? So we've got lots to get to today. If you do need a content, happy birthday, Jocelyn. Jay and Jocelyn will be up in there on Monday night football for
Couple shooters maybe tonight.
a birthday shooter for our friend there.
Why not?
Colin the Amishman is in and says, good morning, gentlemen. I'd like to request a conch for me and my wife as we celebrated our first wedding anniversary yesterday. Can you remember the 21st night of September? I can. All right, so that's good. If you need a conch this morning, don't be shy. You can watch the Nielson Show over on YouTube today, at least until we lock in that CTV2 deal. But yeah, you can watch us over on YouTube. Smash the thumbs up if you're watching over there. You can listen on iHeart. You can listen on TuneIn. You can listen at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. And of course, now you can listen to simulcast on 95.7 Cruise FM. Will get you back to the classic rock that you desire for just after 9 o'clock today. We've got lots to discuss today.
Well, how was your trip back to Ottawa, right? The scene of the game.
Yeah, you know what? The sun didn't get in my eyes.
Okay.
It was different time of year, so it didn't come.
Yeah,
it didn't,
okay.
Yeah, it was busy. Back-to-back football games is busy. It's just it's not overly enjoyable. I did 2 football games in 20 hours on Friday and Saturday, so it was a quick turnaround. Was your weekend was good? So
mine was fine. Yeah, I'm very curious to hear
I want to
about
know
Trev's
how the big weekend turned out for you two.
Pizza,
Trev.
bowling.
So you're rolling into this weekend off of the scalding hot takes, Herbert the pervert high.
Yes.
And you're already building it up as maybe a possible greatest weekend of your life.
After having one of the most, one of the greatest weekends of my life. The previous
week,
weekend.
yeah,
man. I'm on cloud nine right now, boys.
So it ended up meeting the hype?
It was so good. It was unreal. Yeah, it was like the first time my bro's been able to come up during the summer and like us actually do some stuff. So it was sweet, man. Started off with some fish bowls at Boston Pizza. And then we went bowling for like 3 hours, which was just awesome. And then we closed her down at the Duck. We're singing karaoke.
I saw that.
So that was pretty fun Friday. And then Saturday went golfing. A little more on that for Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Okay.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun at the Garrison there. Shot it was good, man. It was actually a lot of fun. I got some shopping in, and then what else did we do? Oh yeah, and then yesterday we woke up and did some disc golf as well. So it was
disc
very
golf,
good,
real
man.
golf, a little bit of shopping.
Yeah, man.
exercise.
Checked off all the boxes for sure. It was a lot of fun.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
I'm
It was
happy for
cool.
you,
Bro
man.
was able to, he was just talking so highly of LT and Phrase when we left. He was like, oh, it's so nice meeting everyone. So it was great. It was great. It was a lot of fun. I was happy he was here.
Well, I'm glad. A cons for Trev's weekend, shall we?
Go.
All right. As I said, we have a very busy show to get to today. We're going to dive right into it. There's lots to discuss. You can text us anytime. That'll get you into the Paris Jewelers inbox today. Do not pay for 1 year. Shop in stores, the Edmonton area, West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, and St. Albert Center, or of course online, www.parisjewelers.com, Canadian and family owned. And one of your text messages will win the text of the day for Royal Pizza. Still making it great with the best and freshest ingredients you'll find. Top-notch service for over 55 years.
Come on home, Royal Pizza.
Trev's weekend went great. Oh, yeah. Yeah, check them out online, www.royalpizza.ca, or visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. Of course, we're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studios. Tomorrow, we got a Popeyes drop during the morning show. Yeah. And it's, I don't know if,
Yeah.
do you know what? They've got a deal with Hot Ones right now.
Oh. There's actually...
They're going to bring in the Smoking Rojo Sandwich,
Okay.
which features a Los Calientes rub, and then the Daring Dab Ghost Wings with a ghost pepper dry rub.
Okay.
This is kind of hot.
It's kind of hot.
And
It's gonna
then
get hot.
they've got a 3-piece of chicken deal starting for just $8 coming up too. So they're doing a little Popeyes drop off tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock.
Yeah, there's a few things though happening this week around here. Is there? Oh, there's something.
Something else happening around here this week?
Shh, don't say anything.
Do I know?
Yeah.
Oh, for so and so on Tuesday. Oh,
That's
looks like he might get himself a little bit of chicken too.
it's gonna get hot.
Yeah. Why not? I know what you're talking about.
Hey,
All right, yeah, we know what what's going on. It's the 6 o'clock hour. This is the 6 o'clock hour right now. 6 o'clock hour.
Your partner in power.
Yes. This hour is brought to you by Ewell, your power play specialist. Ewell has the gear you need for your next electrical project with 3 Edmonton area locations. You can order online anytime, ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical, too. All right, here's a show for you. She be a busy one on this fine morn. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I did pirate voice there, but anyway. I don't know why I did that.
Go on, keep going. If it feels good, do it, man.
Yeah, your morning announcements are for the Arundel Park Short Course. We'll get to that coming up. Monday morning blitz package. What was the biggest surprise of the weekend? And there were some prizes in the National Football League for sure. The good, bad, and ugly from the weekend for the 780. 7 o'clock hour will be brought to you by Game Sense. It'll start with GS Construction headliner Marshall Ferguson. He will help us recap the weekend in the Canadian Football League, and then we'll get his thoughts on some possible looming changes in the Canadian Football League. Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. That bad boy should already be up. That's a good for the Italian Center. Does the jersey fit the bill?
No.
We'll discuss.
We've seen it on the mannequin.
We'll discuss. Mike Tanier, 2 deep zone will be by around 7:45. Kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many. 8:30 today, Pat Steinberg from Fan 960 in Calgary. Boo. Calgary guest on the show. We're going to talk about who moved the needle down there last night. What are expectations like for the Flames this year? And of course, he does cover the CFL. He writes for
Yeah, makes
CFL.ca.
weekly picks for crying out loud.
So I'm going to ask him if he was commish, what's one change he would make, and what's one thing you wouldn't touch? We'll get into that as well, and then the wrap for William Huff coming up around 8:50 today. So we do have a busy show for you today. Many sports things to discuss. Let's get into it with your morning announcements. Morning announcements brought to you by the Rundle Park Short Course. Family-friendly, walkable, par 58. Perfect course for all skill levels. But really good for short hitters or those of you who are just learning the game. Affordable rates for juniors, seniors, and adults. Plus, remember to grab a smash burger at Shorty's after the round. All right, where do we even start with the announcements here today? I think we'll start with the Canadian Football League. We'll get to the jersey as we work our way through this thing as well. But there will be a press conference at 11 o'clock this morning, Edmonton time. We will attempt to carry that live on the Lock Shop, which I do believe the CFL themselves described this as I have it right here. I saved a photo of the press release they sent. Media members are invited to a special media conference where the Canadian Football League, and put CFL in brackets, Commissioner Stuart Johnston will make a major announcement regarding significant changes to the game. So this is a big one. This is coming down the pipe at 11 o'clock today. Our question for you, all you listeners out there, whether you're on 95.7 Cruise FM or over on YouTube or wherever you're consuming the show today, what if you were Stu Johnston? You're the commish of the Canadian Football League. What is one thing you would change? What is one thing you would be willing to hunger strike on to not change? Okay? What's one thing you would change? What's one thing you wouldn't change? 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Somebody over in the chat earlier this morning said, come on, Dusty. Tell us. We can keep it a secret. First of all, you can't. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
but it's good. It's good. I'll say this.
You'll be live on WJ Sports Talk if you want the goods.
You want the good stuff. WJ Sports. We Johnson Sports Talk website. I don't think it's unfair to describe today at 11 o'clock as like a monumental CFL conference. I mean, this is.
Hotel X just doesn't let anybody go in there.
I
mean, you're not just going there and saying, hey,
CFL reached out to Hotel X and they said, listen, we want to hold a presser here. And Hotel X said, you got to tell us what's happening.
Well, yeah, they got to know the plan.
And they said, okay, but are you going to do this? And then Stu goes, no, but we are going to do this. Okay, you can have it here.
Hotel X actually had some input into this, I guess.
All right, so what would you change? What would you never change? Troll is in and says, I never change the 3 downs. To me, the 3 downs, would you say the 3 downs are what makes it the most Canadian?
Yes.
Or is it the extra man? Like
it's
more
paramount
on the
to
field?
Game because it's different. The whole strategy is different. And that's why I prefer to watch Canadian ball as opposed to American ball. And that's NCAA, USFL, whatever you want to call it, NFL. I believe the 3 down game is much, much more entertaining. And if the NFL ever had that down rule as opposed to the 4 downs, we would be talking it up as it's the most, like if you flip the script and the CFL had 4 downs, it'd be, oh, you need an extra down, do you? Oh yeah, this is boring. And it's a much more exciting product. So no, that to me,
that's your one. Don't touch.
That would be my number one. There's a lot of don't touch A, B's, and C's and D's and E's and all that. But it's the downage because then
you categorize that as an A. Well, then don't touch this.
If you do change it, then what are you? And how do you market yourself differently from American ball? So Canadian brand of football is older. It's been around longer. It's way more exciting. It starts and ends with the downage there. That to me is untouchable. But I mean, this is a video game reveal, is it not, at Hotel X? They're going to have the big, there'll be a big curtain. They'll pull it down and it'll be the cover. And it'll be you in suits on there. Like Summerall and Madden.
Look, I'll say this. I was told
Nielson,
that I
26.
can't spoil anything, but I will say it's not video game related. Sorry, it's not video game related.
Can we keep, if we guess and it's incorrect, you'll say it's incorrect? Like you're not telling us what it is.
No.
But the opposite.
No, I'll straight face this whole thing. Go ahead. I'm a book. Or, no, what am I? I'm not a book. I'm not a pirate.
You're Braille.
No, what do you call it when you lock it? Oh, I'm a safe. That's not it either.
Yeah, Jerry and Lane.
What do they say? I'm
take the key and you'd
vault. I'm
yeah.
a vault. I mean, safe vault. Same thing. Go ahead. Try me.
If I take a stethoscope to you, I can kind of hear the
say
combination.
they're going to change the length of the quarters. Nothing. See that?
Season-long fantasy.
Straight up vault. Well, I will talk in season. Like that's going to be coming next year. I think. I think we'll get. This isn't even a big announcement, but I think we're going to get season-long CFL fantasy by next year. And if not by next year, I'm going to be pestering Stu heavily.
As you should.
Heavily.
Yeah.
So, what would you change? What would you? Big Maple Hotel X, formerly Hotel Twitter.
It's pretty good.
That's not bad. I mean, it's early for a Royal Pizza text of the day, but it made me chuckle.
Are they doubling the size of the ball?
As I told you,
like a
I'm
huge,
a vault.
Like you got to throw with two hands.
It's now like two-hander. It's a two-handed ball. Cody Fajardo can't get it past 10 yards. He really puts everything he has into it, you know? Anyway, Ryan the Pine says, closed book. That's a good one, too. I'm a closed book.
He's a closed, yeah.
I'm a closed
Glued
book.
Shut.
With that being said, this is how I see the reaction going down today. And this is a similar reaction to what I had when I chatted with the commission yesterday. When you first hear what's coming down the pipe, you're going to be like, and there's going to be outrage, a cry of outrage online. And then once people sit down and think about it, I do think they'll be like, you know what? Let's see this. Let's see how this goes. So we'll see.
And this has been something that the Board of Governors, I mean, it's not just one guy making a decision.
This is not like Stu can just go and say, hey, this is it, it's done. Yeah. Now, Stu can take his suggestions to the Board of Governors and say, I want to do this, do this, do this. And the Board of Governors could laugh in his face, tap his nutsack and say, get out of here. But that's not the case. Apparently, there's been a lot of support around the league for what's coming down the pipe at 11 o'clock today. So, yeah, we'll get into that as we were. But how about the Elks? My God, speaking of getting kicked in the nuts, how many times can you deal with these heartbreaking losses, man?
Yeah.
God, even just the last two. They had heartbreaking losses earlier in the year. But even just these last two, if you can somehow find a way to stop a game-winning drive, in the last two, you're right in the mix for the playoffs right now.
They had how many walk-off losses last year, too? Didn't they have
two, like at the beginning of the year?
Three in a row or something like that, yeah. No, I don't know. You know a good team is in there. You can see improvement. It's boring and it's unsexy to say, but this is the best Elks team we have seen in quite some time here. Unfortunately, they're just still learning to walk. And that's good teams maybe finish those games, right? Teams that know how to win and have. But it's just right now they're not quite there yet. So
you want to make a change with the Canadian Football League? Can I suggest having some sort of consistency with the replay center stepping in?
That'd be something. I
just don't understand, and I'm not sure anybody understands when or when not the replay. Like, can the replay center only step in when Bo Levi complains about it?
Well, player safety.
Like, what are we doing here?
They said on the broadcast, player safety.
That's not it, though. I don't even think that's it.
That's what I was told.
No, that's not it, man. It's sometimes they'll step in. Other times you're looking at go, oh, the replay center is definitely going to step in on this. And then they don't. And I'll also say this. I don't think the replay center should be able to step in if a team doesn't have their own challenge left.
No.
That's totally bending the rules of the system.
And I think over the past couple of years, every fan base has been burnt by one of these scenarios at least once. Like everybody's gotten a taste of it.
Oh, for sure.
Like everybody's kind of gotten the run around or the screw around or the reach around with this.
No, but I talked to officials around the league. And even some of them are like, we're not too sure. Like,
yeah.
Are they going to step in on this one? Or it's
a Wild West.
I don't know. I think that's messy.
That's why it pays to have a veteran quarterback. Because then you get the rub of the green, shall we say?
Well, I mean, right? if a veteran quarterback stays laying down or like points to something,
sure. Well, then you
look at it, and then I don't know, man. That drives me nuts.
Yeah. How about Nathan Rourke?
Oh, Rourke. Did you have him in fantasy? Oh, my man. Congratulations on your
Off
win.
to the finals.
Off to the finals. Rourke, look, man.
I couldn't lose to Maddie in the semifinal. I told you I was going to quit my job.
Yeah.
I could not come in here Monday to
Thank
Friday
God you
and
didn't.
suffer with him and having that over my head for the
I've been saying
the
it for
offseason.
3 weeks. If you have not yet sprinkled Nathan Rourke to be the MOP this year, you should go do it.
Hat trick along the ground, 2 through the air, Hatcher over 100.
God, that must have been, how many fantasy points? He must have had 45 points. Like, do you have Hatcher? No, yeah, you have Hatcher too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I beat him 126.03 to 68.95.
Oh, a bare butt spanking.
Yeah, almost
in the
doubled him up.
Junior semifinal. This is your year.
Rourke had 43.54 points.
So Rourke and Hatcher are going to win you the league this year. That's what's happening.
And a little bit of both.
Congratulations on your victory, buddy.
Thank you.
I mean, for the whole league. You're going to beat your brother too.
I know this is probably a typo, but it says Keandre Smith on my bench, 89 points. I don't think he went off like that.
You definitely should have started him.
Go through the numbers again.
All right. We got the the nerd draft that we have to still get to.
That's another thing.
Yeah, what a amazing, incredible results in the nerd draft.
Yes.
Never seen anything like it. So we're going to get to that coming up. We got your Monday Morning Blitz package on the way. But we haven't even got to this jersey yet. Before the CFL had this announcement, I thought we'd spend the whole day on the jersey, but we're going to get to the jersey. That's a good coming up around 7:30. Is it? That's a good. Is it? That's a meh. Is it? That's not good at all. We're going to get into that because I saw it all over the weekend. Saw it all over the weekend with that damn third jersey. So we'll get into that a little bit as well. Crazy Sunday in the National Football League. Not a lot of great games, but a lot of interesting results.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that as well. You can text us anytime in the Paris Steelers inbox. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio today. Of course, the Nielson Show today and every day. Brought to you by the fine folks over at Weiss Johnson. Undoubtedly the best in the biz. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, we'll be back in about 3-4 minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, we can tune in or iHeart at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Here's the update.
Patrick Mahomes connecting with Tyquan Thornton on a touchdown, while Russell Wilson would toss a pair of picks. Kansas City Chiefs win for the first time this season, 22-9 over the New York Giants. Week 3 wraps up tonight. From Baltimore, it's the 1-1 Ravens hosting the 1-1 Detroit Lions. Join me at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge, Century Casino, Fort Road. You could qualify into a draw for a trip for 2 to LA to catch the Rams and the Saints. The CFL is set to make a major announcement today regarding significant game changes. This coming from a press release the league issued yesterday. CFL Commissioner Stuart Johnston will make the announcement at a press conference beginning at 11 o'clock Mountain Time this morning from Hotel X in downtown Toronto. The Toronto Blue Jays would avoid the sweep against the Royals with an 8-5 win, thus officially clinching a postseason berth. Jays are 2 games up on the Yankees and 5 up on the Red Sox for the division lead, ahead of tomorrow's 3-game series at home to Boston. Elsewhere, Cal Raleigh hit his league-leading 58th homer as the Mariners complete the weekend sweep of the Astros 7-3 and set 3 games up on Houston for the AL West lead. On the ice last night, Kasperi Kapanen and Riley Stillman chipping in with a goal apiece as the Oilers would shut out the Flames 3-0 down in Calgary. Nathaniel Day and Samuel Janssen combined for a 20-save shutout. Well, up here down at Rogers Place, it was the Oilers falling 3-2 in overtime to the Flames, Darnell Nurse, and Matvei Petrov with the Oiler goals. Back over to football. A 4-way tie for third in the Prairie Football Conference now as the Edmonton Huskies improved to 2-4 with a 41-30 victory over the Colts down in Calgary. Edmonton Wildcats, they dropped to 2-4, suffering a 52-26 loss to the Saskatoon Hilltops out in Emerald Hills. Wildcats will visit Winnipeg next Sunday, while the Huskies, they're back home to host the Colts from the JP Bowl, kickoff at 1 o'clock. And the Edmonton Oil Kings open the regular season over the weekend with a pair of wins over the Rebels. Oil Kings will kick off a 5-game road trip Saturday against the Hitmen. Hour 1 of the Nielson Show continues next here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
I can remember back being an 11-year-old kid, about 75 pounds on the basketball court against the neighborhood bully, kicking his behind left, right, and center.
I call you when I need you. My heart's on fire.
When it was all said and done, he was a little upset, so he punched me in the mouth.
You come to me, wild and wild.
My uncles were over on the side, observing, talking amongst themselves, adult things.
When you come to me, give me a...
When he punched me in my mouth, I decided I'm running to my uncle. You know what he did? He pushed me back to him. I went back and he punched me in my mouth again. I ran to my uncle, looking for protection. Needed Big Brother to protect me. He pushed me back again. And you know what I did? I faced him in the eyes and I said, my uncle's not going to help me. And I punched him in the face. Then I looked him in the eye and I said, then what? Now what? Now what? Now what are you going to do?
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. Stuck on your heart.
Let's do this right. What you drinking's what I'm drinking. Who's got a light? We about to kick off this 9 to 5 from dusk till dawn. Man, it's on. CFL on TSN. Music's playing, yeah, we're swaying. Crank it to 10. These stars are falling like confetti, so wish on one for the gone. 3rd and 1 from the gun underneath those Thursday night lights. Singing long live the night. It's a song coming on, one that everyone knows. It's a pass, it's a run, it's a see where it goes. It's the guys and the girls under those stadium lights. Singing long.
6:36 on the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for being here today. Tell your friends that the Nielson Show is now on 95.7 Cruise FM every single morning as part of our simulcast project with them. The 6 o'clock hour is brought to you by our partners over at Ewell. They're our partners, and they're your partners in power. Am I right? Ewell.ca. The Nielsen Show is brought to you today and every day by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson. Whoa. Working on Dennis and Weiss Johnson to perform the jingle live at the Estes next year.
Save your money. Just get Phrase to do it. He's a natural.
Oh, is he good at that?
He kills.
Oh, that's really good. I like that. That's nice to hear that about Phrase. All right, so keep your thoughts coming in. Massive news today in the Canadian Football League at 11 o'clock. We'll have full reaction to it here on Edmonton Sports Talk throughout the day. We will get to that as we work our way through the show this morning. A couple of things I want to get to from the Parachuters inbox.
Library
today.
Pat's got a good one in there.
Does he? Library Pat, is it CFL related?
Yeah. Well, it goes to your vaultness, I guess.
Word of the mouth is that Vault Dusty can be coaxed opened up if REM is playing. A unique form of torture that cannot be endured. I mean, I would tell you everything that's happening at 11 o'clock today if somebody goes, I got my orange crush. Like, enough already with the REM. What are we going to do here? I can't do that. I wanted to get here. This is what I want to get to. Andrea from Calgary. Andrea says, I know there are a lot of things to talk about today, but for the rec law's sake, this is why I play the rec laws. For the rec law's sake, I hope Bo taking 3rd and 1 from the gun with 50 seconds left in a game makes the list. Right? Was it John Hodge from 3 Down that had that? The rec laws watching 3 and 1. That's such a good bit.
Very good.
I absolutely love that. So yes, thank you very much, Andrea, for the text message. Today. That's a good time. Tube Socks is in and says the CFL. Oh, this is a good one we can play. CFL news, wrong answers only. Tube Socks says the CFL news is that Atif is now banned from every CFL stadium, not just McMahon.
I think all the Board of Governors would agree with that one. Hey, unanimous.
That's kind of funny. I do like that. All right, so keep that Paris Steelers inbox busy. One of your text messages will win the text today for Royal Pizza. Still making it great.
I do like that wrong answers only, though.
Yeah.
That-
CFL
that's where
News.
we should probably
wrong
go.
answers. The CFL is a league built around wrong answers only.
Yeah. Not only is it one expansion team, they're adding 10 teams.
And it's
You didn't see it coming.
full-blown American
Whoa.
expansion once
Yeah.
again. And the New Orleans Saints wanted in, but the CFL was like, no chance. You're not good
We
enough.
don't want that stink.
Yeah. No thanks. We'll pass on that one. We will get to your good, bad, and ugly from the weekend coming up about 10 minutes. We will get to keep those guesses coming in. Morgan is in and says, guys, I know what it is. The CFL is finally adding that extra man to the field, and the Riders are demanding the 2009 Grey Cup. That's kind of funny, actually. I mean, you can look back and laugh on it now, right?
We need to get Cavis Reed on the show.
Well, yeah. I mean, enough of saying that. We should definitely just get Cavis on the show.
He's
one
down
day.
for it.
He'd be ready. Yeah, he's waiting outside every day. Pops by around 5:40 every day. Hey, guys, need me on today? No, we're good.
Well, see you later.
No, we're good. Orca Driver says the CFL, in response to the American tariffs, has decided that the field will now be measured in meters
I like that.
instead of we'll take this.
First and 5 meters.
What do you think
It'll
about
take
this?
you some time to get used to on the call, but
Chris over on the Nasty Chat on YouTube says, guys, I wish the CFL would take the Cowboys from the NFL. Yeah, okay, let's dive into this NFL pitch. Russell Wilson being booed, coming out of the game, they bring in Jackson Dart, everybody cheers.
That's
They're
right.
like, oh, it's Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
And then Jackson Dart comes out, Russell Wilson comes back in and gets booed off the field multiple times. I'm going to come back around to Russ with the ugly and the good, bad, and ugly. But not overall, not a great Sunday nighter. Kansas City Chiefs, kind of desperate for a win. They go out and get one yesterday. But let me ask you this. What was the biggest surprise in the National Football League yesterday? Because there were a few that I would describe as, whoa, did not see that coming.
well, in terms of just results, like I'll go with the Browns over the Packers.
Browns beating the Packers
you ask
might have to be the biggest surprise.
Heading into week 3. I mean, I'm not gonna confidently look you in the eyes and tell you, yeah, Cleveland's gonna beat Green Bay. Whenever you see a 0 on the board as well, I mean, our boy Michael Penix, right? We had all the preseason hype. We were joined, by the guests down in Atlanta telling us 30-0, and not just 30-0 to say one of the darlings of the NFC or whatever, the Carolina Panthers.
That's the thing.
That's
like,
terrible.
Is that worse than the Packers losing a tight one to the Browns?
Well, it's a tight one, then that's just it. So they were lining up, right? It was a blocked field goal to seal it away for Cleveland. So, I mean, you're there. You should have. 9 out of 10 times you win that game. But getting a 30 spot hung on you by the Panthers of all teams, then failing to score a point, that's not a good look, man. Like you're staring at it and you can't look away.
I mean, I sat there all week and was like, I don't know why the Cowboys are only a 1-point favorite against the Bears. And then they allowed Caleb Williams to just absolutely pick them apart.
Have a day, son.
Dak throws a couple of interceptions. Just a full-blown Dallas Cow. Don't ever go full Cowboys. But the Cowboys went full Cowboys yesterday. Completely unacceptable.
If the Colts aren't the best team in the NFL, who is?
You know, it sounds ridiculous to say it, but now, so let's just see. So yeah, they smashed the Titans yesterday. My whole I love Calvin Ridley in fantasy this year thing is really backfiring right now.
No, it's
no, but the Colts, who have their 3 wins been against? Let's see here. They have beaten the Dolphins. Nah.
Yeah.
Beaten the Broncos. Pretty decent win.
By a point.
And then they beat the Titans. The Colts and Rams this week. Then they get the Raiders and Cardinals. And a couple more winnable games there for the Colts. But no, I think the Cardinals will be a little bit more difficult than that. But yeah, the Rams should be a tough one. But yeah, there was a couple of pretty big surprises yesterday in the National Football League, and I thought that's where we go. Which one was the biggest surprise?
Chargers Broncos game was pretty fun to watch as well. 2 divisional rivals there. That was kind of going back and forth.
That was a big game. Yeah, for sure. Chargers get the job done. I think I'm more surprised by the Panthers shutting out the Falcons and beating them by 30 than I am the Packers going on the road to Cleveland and losing a close one.
Right.
And then, the Dallas-Chicago thing. I just
Carson Wentz, baby.
wipe my hands clean on that one. Hey, you can only hope to contain Carson Wentz.
Absolutely.
You'll never stop Carson Wentz. All right, let's get to more of your text messages. Lots of good suggestions. Wrong answers only. Wrong answers only on the CFL news is probably how you're going to win the Royal Pizza text of the day today.
Yeah.
Tom Dixon's mustache says Chris Morris played the Uno reverse card at the Board of Governors meetings, and the Elks and Stamps switched spots in the standings.
Big Maple. International game series like the NFL, when they go to Germany and Brazil, CFL will now be playing one game in Kazakhstan and one game in Greenland next season.
Really mixing it up.
Growing the game.
I like that one. Hugh Jazz is in. It was just Guy Flaming's text handle.
Yeah.
I love that Guy Flaming is. We just out it. We're like, just so you know, when you hear a text from Hugh Jazz, it's Guy Flaming trying to get us to say Hugh Jazz. Anyway,
well, it's in there as his name.
Yeah,
and then he always signs it. Like,
I know. I see a couple of Guy Flaming, but then I see sincerely Hugh Jazz. Morning, fellas. The CFL can't change 3-down rule or the Canadian content rule. I hope there's no more East-West conferences, and instead it's just one big league with the top 6 making the playoffs. Sincerely, Hugh Jazz.
Yeah, that's not even really a wrong answer. I'm down with that. I've warmed up to that, especially for playoff seeding. I do like keeping the divisions as they are, maybe scheduling that type of thing.
I think that'll eventually be coming down the pipe.
Yeah.
Like I think eventually we'll get to a place where it is top 6 teams across the league make the playoffs. And I also hope that we get to a place where it's 3 nominees for all of the awards, not East versus West. Top 3 players in the league up for the awards. And I still have a lot of time for, you already have most outstanding defensive player, give us most outstanding offensive player, and give us a true MVP.
MVP.
That's a couple of things that I would like to look at. Edmontonian in Ontario. Hey boys, my bad of the last 2 weekends has been witnessing in person the Elks lose on the last play of the game. Both very winnable games. If you want the poster boy for getting kicked in the nuts, I'm it.
Yeah.
That's the Edmontarian.
And he shares photographic proof of his nut kicking journey.
Sitting there watching the heartbreak. Justin is in and says the CFL is in good shape and remain 3 downs. Wrong answers only. So he's saying the opposite, basically. He's saying the CFL is in bad shape and we'll go to 4 downs. I'll say this. The Canadian Football League is not in bad shape. I think the Canadian Football League is in one of the best situations they've been in for a very long time. I say this all the time. I don't even want to get into it today. But the CFL, television ratings have been outstanding. They have stable ownership across the entire league, which I'm not sure you've ever really been able to say.
Yeah.
And the games are highly entertaining. I don't know.
But as true Canadian form, we'll always find something to bitch at when it's our own. Whether it's television, whether it's movies, whether it's music, whether it's sports. We hate what we have because it ain't American.
This is why today's announcements, I guess I should say, this is why today's announcements I'm going to find the reaction hilarious. Because everybody, whether you're new to the league or you've been around the league for a long time, pretty much everybody always has something to bitch about in the Canadian Football League. Whether it's, they're like me this morning with the replay center stepping in sometimes and not stepping in other times. Or however, today, when they actually announced some changes, the same people who've been complaining about wanting different changes are going to sit there and go, I don't know about this. It's just how it's going to be.
You want to constructively criticize a league because you like it. You see things that you think can be improved, and that's fine.
And there are ways that you could improve.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like everything the way it is. I think if you just market it perhaps a bit better. But over time, things do. This league has been changing over the years. It's an old league, and things have changed, and they will continue to change. And people get used to it. It's fine. But I just hope as you're right, though, the debate today will be. The word "numpty" will be batted around, and this and that and the other. I think it's one of those good days that I just take this phone here and I just kind of put it on the.
Yeah, you probably want to stay off social media later today.
I'll listen to the announcement. That's fine. Okay. And then I can go rest with my opinion.
Tube Sock says, what if I'm more excited about the reactions than the announcements themselves?
He's got his popcorn ready. Hey,
Yeah, you probably, like I said, when you hear the announcements today, some of you are going to be like, whoa. But then I think after you think about it, I went through these same processes over the last 24 hours. I'm at the point now where I'm like, yeah, you know what? I just want to say, oh, you know what? Like, it's not the end of the world what's about to be announced.
I just hope they do this in a way that's respectful and explanatory in their decision. You can't just come out there and say, we're changing this. Ha! And then you walk up the... I think if you give a thoughtful, thought-out explanation as to why you are doing things or whatever it is that you choose not to do or to do, at least people then can have a conversation about it. You can back up your decision make. Like that's key here too. You can't just go out and start Wizard of Ozing this thing.
No, see, now if that's what you're worried about, I don't think you have to be worried about that.
And that's what I'm worried
about.
I hope that decisions are made with at least some sort of forethought or plan. I know Randy Ambrose, you can go back to those, like a lot of people, he would do things and you're like, well, why? What is
Genius
this?
Sports.
X plus Y equals what? What are we trying to get to here? Yeah. So I just hope that it's delivered in a thoughtful manner. Obviously it'll be a respect. I mean, he's not going to go out there and dunk on people or whatever, but I just, if you're going to make a decision, prove to me it's the right one and let me know where you think that decision is ultimately going to take things. And then I can sit there and say, well, okay, I can stew on it. I can drum on it. I can debate it. But I mean, as long as you back it up, okay, well, that shows me that you've gone through some sort of, a trial here and seeing what is best for the league ultimately.
I think the changes that will be announced today will be thoughtfully delivered to people in a way that I'm not going to say it'll be convincing to everyone, but I think people will understand why the decisions are being made with the way that Stu will explain why the decisions are being made. Like, I don't think there'll be a lot of, well, why are they doing this? I think he'll lay it out for you pretty clearly what's going on there, I think. All right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. All right, let's dive into our good, bad, and ugly from the weekend for the 780. If you've not yet checked out one of the 5 780 locations here locally, you're going to want to do that. You might find the odd EST shirt. We'll have to do a little segment here in the next couple of weeks, what we want to do our next, like what's the next shirt that moves the needle? There's got to be something there.
I know it's not the season anymore.
We're going to need one in a tank top for LTE over here. 780.com. The780.com. What's your good from the weekend, buddy?
Well, we talked about it a little bit on Friday. Trev can attest about the Canada women's rugby team at the Women's Rugby World Cup.
Conch for those ladies. Holy smokes.
34-19 over New Zealand, advancing to take on the hosts England, which will be a stiff test this coming Saturday. I do believe 9 o'clock off the top of my head, but whatever. I mean, they're in the finals now. This is a team that had to crowdfund their way to the World Cup, I do believe, if I was reading that right online. So we talked a little rugby on Friday's show. Will was here. We were discussing it. We were batting it around. But good on them. They've just steamrolled their way through the tournament, 34-19 over New Zealand. As I said, England's going to be tough, but they already beat a tough New Zealand team. So who's to say? It's a great story. And good on them. I mean, world stage, World Cup, you're in the finals against the hosts. It does get better, and hopefully it gets better Saturday.
What's your good?
That was very good. Very good.
Your good is his good from moments ago.
Some would say it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, there's a lot of good from this weekend. Obviously, the Blue Jays clinched, which was sweet. But I'm going to be a little selfish and plug my golf game. It was fun going out with the bro. We went to the Garrison. First time there. A lot of fun. And we were partnered up with 2 dudes, which they were just, you kind of worry sometimes.
Yeah.
But they were just cool.
They were good guys.
They were our age. They were having a hell of a time. So we do the front 9, back 9. They were like, hey, do you guys want to put some money on the line to a scramble?
What?
And I was like, you know what? Actually, I haven't done that ever. That sounds like a lot of fun. So it was my bro and I versus
your first ever scramble
with money involved.
With money involved,
with random people I never met. So this was cool. So First hole, they win. Second hole, we win. And then it goes tie. We're even. Like, we're doing really good, making some decent shots. And then it goes to, we're at hole 18. It's the last shot. Or it's the last hole. And they chipped one up. They're like 3 feet away. They're like 3 or 4 feet away.
Oh, boy.
So it's not, those are not easy putts, like, especially when there's pressure on.
It's a knee knocker, they
like
call
those
it.
one, yeah. Like, it's not quite a gimme, and you think you should have it. And we were about like 12 feet out. And my brother, he goes, and this was to like put on some pressure to tie it, right? At least to not be $20 short or whatever. It wasn't that much, but it was $20. That's what we had on the line. And he goes, he misses, and then it was my turn, baby. I sunk that ball, baby. I put on the pressure, and then
what?
I was so happy. I was like, let's go. And then they missed, but they were like, okay, so now we have to get this. First buddy goes, he misses it, and then second buddy goes and he misses it as well. So we got $20, and then we won.
Oh,
we won $20 each.
Yeah, this guy's a big moneymaker. You know what they say? Drive for show, putt for dough.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Conch to you, Trev.
Yeah, so paid for my lunch. It felt good.
Man.
Or paid for my pizza afterwards. We went to camp.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you, bud.
Thanks, buddy. That was the best putt I made all summer long.
All summer long?
Yes.
My good is the BC Lions offense. Holy smoke. They're going to win this guy's CFL title.
And their defense, really, which hasn't been that good.
No, but if their defense can even be middle of the pack.
All you got to do is be mediocre.
BC Lions are going to, like, I had a buddy text me last night and goes, you cannot tell me Nathan Rourke is not better than Russell Wilson in 2025. You know, like, Russell Wilson is as washed as they come.
Yeah. You could keep going with that quarterback.
Yeah,
you could find at least
you probably
a handful
could.
of other ones.
Well, Jackson Dart, how about his backup? Just sitting there. I believe BC Lions offense, when they are on, it is a finely tuned machine. Mm-hmm. Very fun to watch. So my good from the weekend, BC Lions hanging a 50 burger on what is usually a pretty good Calgary defense. What's your bad from the weekend?
Well, a couple of routes to go here, and I'm going to save, I guess I could have done baseball for bad and ugly. I'm going to say baseball for ugly, but I'll go bad is Maddie Sacramento Gold Miners almost getting doubled up in the semifinal. It was a putrid performance by them, really not showing up at all. My brother did dress a team. The Texans had a bye, right?
Still put a team together. Yeah.
42 points he fielded. Oh. He's screwed. He doesn't have a quarterback. Arbuckle's out. He's got...
Buddy, you are winning the Dunya next week.
The path is there. Now, I still need players to show up and not get hurt and yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, I think I had one of my best weeks of the season in this semifinal. So it was bad for Iwanhoe.
Did you start Snead?
Yes.
Yeah, my man.
Hey, Gino on the bench, 15.5 points. I put Timmy White in there, 9.9.
Your depth is incredible.
I could have had more, but it was a bad, and I'm not trying to sully Iwanhoe or stick his nose in it, but it was a bad weekend for him, almost getting doubled up in the semis.
What's your bad?
I think we're going to touch on it a little bit more, so I won't go into it too much, but the Oilers jersey reveal.
Still not.
All right, let's just leave it there. Leave it there.
Yeah.
Wow, so you're in that category. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. My bad is the Elks losing the way they did again. Like, as a player, as a team, how many times can you get up off the mat after blowing it late like this? Like, that is.
But they did.
That's tough.
A lot of people had them for dead this week in Hamilton, right? And look what they...
I kind of low-key think they might beat the Riders this week.
Absolutely.
I think hey, I said that about BC this week against Calgary, and people are like, I don't know. But I think there's a path there for the Double E this week.
There is a path to beat the Riders. They're not a juggernaut, as the record might suggest.
All right, what's your ugly?
The ugly, I promised I'm going to the Diamond, and it is the Astros dropping 3 at home to the Mariners over the weekend. It's Seattle now 3 up for the division lead. Norm, where are you? Norm in the Combine, where are you?
Seattle won 14 15?
Come out and play.
I think they won 14 15 or something like that.
Who?
The Mariners.
What about the Mariners?
Did you not say the Mariners?
Yeah.
Yeah, 14 15 they've won.
They're 9-1. They've won 4 in a row.
14 of their last 15.
They have been one of the hottest teams post All-Star. And the Astros, again, it was a huge series. They had them at home. And Seattle goes in there and wins all of them. Cal Raleigh hitting home runs. And then also, if you want to get on the ugly, and I know Abutsky is trying to get us to talk about it, but which we won't, but the Detroit Tigers division lead now is down to 1 game over Cleveland, who are also 9-1 in their past 10. Tigers have lost 6 in a row. So this is... And even the Jays, I mean, I know they clinched a playoff berth, but you want to win that division. You're
You
two
want
up.
to win it all.
Two
Yeah.
up on the Yankees now, heading into a crucial series at home to Boston. So this is going to be fire down the stretch here.
My ugly was, and look, they weren't going to come back and win the game, but that late drive from the Giants when they got down inside the red zone, and it was Russell Wilson, intentional grounding.
It's hope that kills you.
Yeah, Russell Wilson, intentional grounding. A called quarterback run from Russell Wilson, which went nowhere, and then 2 more throwaways. Like, that was the worst. That was the most poorly executed first and goal series that I might have ever seen. Like, that was bad. Like, that was ugly. Absolutely horrendous. He didn't even put a ball that was even remotely catchable to anywhere. Like, who cares if it's in the coverage? At least throw it in the playing surface, man. God, Giants fans must have left that game furious.
Yeah.
Absolutely furious. Because that was ridiculous.
Daniel Jones 3-0.
Man.
Like, can't blame him anymore.
That is funny, isn't it?
Seems like it's an institutional problem.
All right, if you are watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. We're 15 away from changing 100. We are going to blow through that as well. Coming up just after 7 o'clock here on 95.7 Cruise FM, we'll have Marshall Ferguson, one of my fellow voices for the CFL on TSN. He'll be our GS Construction headliner today. We got some big news coming down the pipe. We'll get into that a little bit. The Elks lose another walk-off game. BC Lions offense just humiliating the Stamps. And Chris Strevler goes 3 of 8 and wins a football game. So we'll get into that.
How did we not have that for the ugly?
I mean, it should have been the ugly. We're going to get into it.
Ottawa, you don't deserve to be anywhere around the if you can't, yeah.
And one of the 3 was basically a handoff in front of him where he just tossed it up. And Dembski's 84-game catch streak comes to an end.
Yeah.
Nice going, man.
Tough to keep that going.
Look. That's a tough look. A conch for all you 6 o'clockers. 6 o'clock hour of the show today and every day has been brought to you by Ewell, your partner in power. They've got the gear you need for your next electrical project. With 3 Edmonton area locations, you can order online anytime. Ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. We've got a sports update that is on the way on YouTube and TuneIn and iHeart and EdmontonSportsTalk.com. It is brought to you by Chelsea over at Expedia Cruises. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. 780-970-4834. Chelsea is the person to call or text if you want to come to Mexico with us. 5-star resort. Planet Hollywood, Cancun, 780-970-4834. Here's the update.
The Canadian Football League is set to make a major announcement today regarding significant game changes. This coming from a press release the league issued yesterday. CFL Commissioner Stuart Johnston will make the announcement at a presser this morning, 11 o'clock Mountain Time, from Hotel X in downtown Toronto. Patrick Mahomes leading the way. He had a touchdown pass while Russell Wilson tossed a pair of picks. Chiefs win for the first time this season, 22-9 over the Giants. Week 3 wraps up tonight when the Ravens host the Lions. Join me for this one at Sully's Sports Bar Lounge, Century Casino, Fort Road. You could qualify into a draw for a trip for 2 to LA to catch the Rams and Saints. On the diamond, the Jays would avoid the sweep against the Royals and clinch a playoff berth with an 8-5 win. Jays are 2 games up on the Yankees and 5 up on the Red Sox for the division lead ahead of tomorrow's 3-game series at home to Boston. Elsewhere, Cal Raleigh hit his league-leading 58th homer as the Mariners complete the weekend sweep of the Astros 7-3. Seattle now sit 3 games up on Houston for the AL West lead. Oilers getting the preseason underway last night with a split squad against the Flames. Edmonton taking it down in Calgary 3-0. Connor Clattenburg, Kasperi Kapanen, and Riley Stillman with the goals, while Nathaniel Day and Samuel Janssen combined for a 20-save shutout. Up here in Edmonton, it was the Oilers falling 3-2 in overtime. Darnell Nurse and Matvei Petrov providing the offense. Back over to football, where it's a 4-way tie for third in the Prairie Football Conference. Following yesterday's action, the Edmonton Huskies improved to 2-4, 41-30 over the Colts, while the Wildcats dropped to 2-4 as they fall at home 52-26 to the Hilltops. The Wildcats will visit Winnipeg next Sunday, while the Huskies are back home to host the Colts from the JP Bowl. Kickoff at 1 o'clock. And the Edmonton Oil Kings open the regular season with a pair of weekend wins over the Rebels. Oil Kings will kick off a 5-game road trip Saturday against the Hitmen. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises at Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834.
What say you? Hey, nasty crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. What say you?
Changing 100.
Hey, nasty crew. My wife thinks I got better things to do, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're tuning in on TuneIn, we're listening online. We catch up with the podcast when we fall behind. We're texting in the nasty chat, what's on our mind. 780-218-9999. No more interference from corporate interest. Just Tati and Eric and all of the bad cats like Brzezinski and Noodles. Captain can gauge it. Maybe it's Bubba to Kuban to make a little wager. We can't wait for the Monday mandate. Shaggy's always on time. Tommy's always late.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Forget about the old place. Hey, we were number one in the text race. We don't miss all the commercial breaks, but we sure miss Nickelback today. We wanna hear some hot takes and we wanna hear Renee. Why not hold the neck up when I wanna kiss away? Beat left the tire fire and remember that name. We love every goal song, but what about the games? Macramella, Rapaport, Dragger, and Tanier. It ain't Christmas season, but they sound like reindeer. Button and my cousin and the tales of the North. All the program game in person, Dusty go on. What say you? AM Nasty Crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it.
Monday morning. Thank you very much for being here on the Nielson Show. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio today on YouTube, on TuneIn, on iHeart, and then earlier this month, the Nielson Show now simulcast on 95.7 Cruise FM as well. If you're an FM or you're listening today on your car radio, feel free to text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox. Check them out, www.parisjewelers.com, and one of your text messages will win the Royal Pizza Text of the Day, making it great for over 55 years at Royal Pizza. The Nielson Show today and every day brought to you by our partners over at Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Weiss Johnson, Edmonton's train home comfort specialist for nearly 50 years. Check out, visit WJSportsTalk.com. That's WJSportsTalk.com for a special they've got up there right now through our partnership with them. All right, get to a few more of your text messages coming up. Let's lay this second hour out for you. It's a busy one as well. We're going to get to your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day for Monday Night Football. Play Alberta, of course, the title sponsor of all of Edmonton Sports Talk. That's a good for the Italian Center around 7:30. And then Mike Tanier is going to join us as well. Tanier is going to pop by around 7:45 today. He'll help us talk a little NFL. We're going to dive into some CFL conversation right now. Our 7 o'clock hour is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. And remember, if you gamble, use your Game Sense. All right, Marshall Ferguson is going to be our GS Construction headliner today. We've got lots to talk about in the Canadian Football League. There is no doubt about that. Let's bring in Marsh this morning. Buddy, what's going on? How you doing, man?
I mean, I'm tired, and I didn't do 2 games in the East like you. How are you doing?
Man, you came. I prefer a flight home from Vancouver as opposed to Ottawa, 2.5 hour layover in Calgary, and then I had like a 7.5 hour travel day yesterday. It sucked. I am a little tired.
Yeah, it's one of those things where because we're all sprinting in different directions every weekend that I kind of piece it together where I'm like, I'm in Calgary, and then I'm like, he's in, and then I'm thinking, but the next day he's in. I'm like, oh my god, that is not easy on the body, man. Like
that was my quickest turnaround of the year because we had a 3:00 game in Ottawa, so it was like 2 games in 20 hours.
We did the Montreal 7 p.m. kick, and then 1 p.m. the next day 2 weeks ago was Dwayne and I, and we were, by the time that we finished that one in Montreal on the back end of the doubleheader, it was like 2 games within 19 hours.
Yeah.
We looked at each other, and we were like, man, we gotta go home.
Yeah,
we gotta go home.
We love our job and we love the league, but that's enough. Like that's enough football in 20 hours. Like it just is. All right, Marshall Ferguson with us, one of my fellow CFL on TSN voices. Major press conference coming up at 11 o'clock this morning. We've been asking people today, if you were commissioner, Stu Johnston, what is one thing you would change? And what is one thing that would be a no-fly zone? Like, do not touch this, leave it alone.
Yeah, the no-fly for me would be 3 downs.
Okay.
I just believe that it basically... You know, I love going to Buffalo Bills games, but I can't tell you how many times I'm sitting in the stands and I'm like, they're just running inside zone on 2nd down and 6 half the time, like whether it's the Bills or the other team, because it's a wasted down in a lot of different ways. And I mean, I think the other thing that I wouldn't contemplate touching would be a lot of the special teams nuances that we have. I understand if you want to tweak a thing here or there, but you know, massively overhauling any of the special teams, because special teams are. We've seen it this year in the NFL, right? When they decided to change the kickoff structure and having it go in the landing zone and the way that they've changed the kickoff coverage and all the rest. And I think so much of that, it helps our game stand out and be unique. And I want our game to continue to be unique. If I were changing something, like maybe if I was the commissioner and I was contemplating a way to mix things up and to put your stamp on what the Canadian Football League looks like in 2025 and your first year doing it, I'm influenced because I spend a lot of time traveling around with Dwayne Ford and calling games, obviously, with him. But Dwayne and I have been having a lot of good conversations lately about just the division stuff. And the question of what is the value of having a 9-team league with essentially, I mean, the crossover, if you are a team that plays in the West and you don't end up, getting the most favorable schedule or something like that, or you struggle against a couple of teams that you shouldn't have, you might get kind of screwed, like in terms of playoff positioning and see. It's like, why do I have to cross over when like it should just be a nine team, one large division, but then you run into, well, the CFL has always been East versus West, and there's kind of that tribalism and that old school thinking of we need to have a Grey Cup where the 2 sides of the country come together. I don't think people care that much about that anymore. And if it leads to having better playoffs or, the CFL All-Star voting where we just open it up, we don't say it has to be the MOP from the East against the MOP from the... No, man, if you got 2 of the best players and they're on the same team, yeah, they should go up against each other. Like, I think that's a couple of things, just opening up the league to seeing that coast to coast, we don't have to have these divisions. We don't have to have things organized the way they are. I think that would be beneficial.
Marshall Ferguson with us on the show this morning. Marshall, there's lots to get to from the league this weekend as well, including the Elks losing on another walk-off, another game that they just could not put away. I was chatting, I bumped into a CFL official at the airport yesterday, and we were talking, and he was like, the Elks could actually be like 8-5 if they just could finish football games. But how do you keep getting up off the mat when you're losing games like this, when everyone gets a little bit closer to an absolute must-win situation?
It's the same way that I feel about Drew Brown throwing for 400 and then Chris Streveler going for 54. And then like Drew Brown's press conference after the game is done, where he's just sitting there like it looked as though he was stunned because I guarantee he has never lost a football game when he is thrown for 350 yards more than the person he's playing against on the other side. Like it's just a ridiculous situation to be, and I couldn't believe because I didn't catch that game live. I watched back the highlights, and about halfway through the highlight pack from SportsCenter, I was just going, "Come on, no, no." I'm like, Winnipeg's not going to win like this, are they? And he was like, "Yep, no, they did." So, but yeah, I mean, Edmonton to me, they should have a better record than they do. And there's so many teams that are like that because so many of our games are decided in the final 3 minutes, right? So you end up, it's like, I almost feel as though training camp should change for CFL teams where instead of putting in your base offense and going through, here's what we're going to do in the score zone, you should just practice every possible situation that might happen in the last 3 minutes because that's what's actually going to get you the wins. And it's, you don't want the first 57 minutes of the game to be not important because they obviously hold value, but execution late in games for Edmonton, like sometimes it's their fault, sometimes it's not. And like we've both talked to Mark Killam about this type of stuff. He essentially just wants his group to come together and figure out how to win close games. But we hear that from every coach every week because it's going to determine whether or not you're 500 and you're on the edge of the playoffs, or if you're on the outside of the playoff picture looking in, or if you're at the top of the division. So Hamilton is a good example of this. They've gotten significantly better at late game situations. And because of that, they're now sitting in a pretty good spot. So, yeah, I feel for Edmonton, I feel for Ottawa, but every year there's a team that you look back on, especially when we get to the winter. I find I always look back and I go, oh, man, like they should have had such a better season, and Edmonton and Ottawa are that right now.
From Chris Streveler's quarterbacking performance to Nathan Rourke, a tale of two here, really. And you had this one. Pat Steinberg's going to join us later on the show, and he's got this up now at CFL.ca. The race for most outstanding players got a little more crowded. Numbers aside, I do always think that Nathan Rourke currently is just the most outstanding. I mean, I know we kind of judge it on stats and everything. He certainly provided that in stats on Friday, but you were there. I mean, what did you see against him and that Calgary defense, which has been very, very stout all season long? We were talking earlier, if BC's defense can just play mediocre, and you get a performance like this from your offense, that's going to be tough to stop.
Yeah, just do something to help Nathan and all those receivers, and like it's just they've got so much firepower. What I was honestly most impressed by was talking to Nathan going into the game. My first question to him was, and this is on our Zooms, this wasn't actually game day, but I said to him, how do you not get kind of just like eaten by the machine? Because you're the face of this thing and you're the quarterback and you're the Lions franchise guy and I'm like, that seems exhausting. I'm like, how do you not get frustrated? He said, when I'm in the building, I work as hard as I possibly can, and the second I go home, I just turn off. And then I wanted to watch him warm up live because traveling across the league this year and seeing different quarterbacks warm up, you can tell certain guys have nuances and things they're trying to work on. Other guys like Davis Alexander just run around in a muscle shirt and throw the ball 65 yards. Yeah. And you're like, oh, wow. Yeah. You're like, he looks really good before the game. But Nathan's warm up and the attention to detail to get his body right and like working with bands on the sideline and working on his core and mobility and all the rest. And then it was amazing to watch him warm up in person. I felt like a stalker because I was just kind of like I was standing 50 yards away and just enamored with how amazing it was to see him go through this process that he's obviously refined and done over and over and over again. And then everybody on the BC Lions just leaves him alone when he's going through his pregame prep because they're like, no, Nathan's doing his thing and he's locked in. The look in his eyes pregame going against VA and Calgary and that defense, I was like, he looks like an assassin right now. Like he is absolutely going to put in work. And then the second they come out and get the football to start the game and drive down the field, I'm like, and it begins. And I didn't know it was going to be that lopsided because I didn't think VA was going to play that poorly with a couple of the bad choices he made in interceptions. But Nathan, again, this you talk about Stuart Johnson making the announcement today about changes to the league. And it's like, it brings into question the idea of like MVP or MOP, right? Most outstanding player.
This is exactly what I said this morning. I was like, let's get to that point. Like,
yeah, it to me, it's like VA might be the most valuable person in that Calgary locker room because he's changed the culture and given the energy and all these things, but he's not the most outstanding. And Nathan is outstanding, but is he the most valuable one? Because there's so many other parts going on around it. You can make the argument, I think, that Nathan is both, and most outstanding Canadian, I think, is a lock at this point as well. So, anyways, he's incredible to watch live. If you ever have an opportunity, anybody who's listening to this, like, go as early as you can in the stadium and just watch a Canadian quarterback do everything the right way, because it's cool.
I do want to circle back around because I was doing that Winnipeg Ottawa game. And I'm watching it kind of unfold, and we're sitting there, and I'm going. At one point, they had 11 yards passing, like midway through the third quarter. They're up, they're winning, like kind of comfortably for a little bit. The Bombers just, I mean, we'll see. Zach practiced 3 days last week. He traveled. I thought some people around Winnipeg were thinking maybe he would return there, but do you think they got the juice for another run in the West, even with Zach healthy down the stretch?
It doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't.
But it also, they've surprised us before where they get just enough at the right time, and that's obviously the mark of a good team and a team that knows how to win down the stretch of games as well. Like, if you can win ugly, then, maybe if things come together and you can win a little bit prettier, then all of a sudden we're going, wow, the Bombers look great down the stretch. So, but I mean, we did just talk about Canadian quarterbacks, and I jokingly said to somebody after I saw that stat line, I'm like, hey, where's Elgersma? So I'm like, can we
get that kid up here?
I'm like, can we get that ball rolling in Winnipeg at some point? And it's not that I don't want to see Chris Traveler play. It's like, but that was ugly. Like, just straight up. It's like it's a scrappy effort and it's wonderful. But if they lose the game, it's not a scrappy, they battled and they got the victory. It's like, no, that was just bad. So I think we have to kind of remember how we frame these things. And it's stunning to see, even with all of the run support and defense playing well, and came out with the interception like you called, Dusty, and then getting the big Vavel return and all the rest. It's like, that stuff's all great. It's the CFL. At some point, you need to throw the football down the field, and they didn't do it in that game, and it was frustrating to kind of understand how Drew Brown could have, what did he have, like 40 some odd attempts or whatever, and those 400
yards? He threw the ball a ton, and then on that
33 of 45.
Yeah, and on the final drive, he went over 400. It was a little bit of garbage time, but I mean, they came out, drove the field in that game. The same sort of thing as I saw, like, Drew Brown was like 7 for 7 touchdown. I thought, oh, it's on now.
Yeah,
and then nothing the rest of the way. Like, for as production goes, he threw the ball a lot, but missed a couple field goals, and the rest is history for the Red Black season. Man, it's that's a tough. And then also in that game, a Darius Pickett with one of the hardest and cleanest hits I've ever seen on Carrick Wheatfall. Man, like, that was.
When I see those monster hits now, because I'm an old man compared to what I was when I was a player. Like, I went to McMaster football homecoming on Saturday afternoon after I took the red eye home from Calgary, and I can't believe I ever played football, because even those kids running into each other, I was in so much pain just watching them. I'm like, everything hurts because I flew back from Calgary last night. I'm like, how did I ever play this game? And I see that hit by Pickett, and immediately I'm just like, we even had a hit from Darryl Hall, I believe, when we showed the highlight pack leading into the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
And one of those, Dwayne pressed his like cough button because he just looked at me and he was like, oh, like as we're on the air, he's like, that's so painful. So, I mean, the fact that Darius Pickett was that far back off the ball and floating around, just looking for those in-breaking routes, I'm like, shout out to the whole scheme on that, because having that dude just roaming in space is terrifying.
Marsh, as always, buddy, it's good catching up with you, and enjoy the announcement today. We'll see where it goes from here.
Chaos. Thanks, guys.
See you later, man. There you go. That's Marshall Ferguson, CFL on TSN. Yeah, if you have not seen that a Darius Pickett hit on Carrick Wheatfall from the Red Blacks Bombers game on Saturday, and you are a fan of physical football, go find that hit. It was one of the heaviest and clean, like one of the clean, perfect shoulder right to the chest. Just, I felt bad for Wheatfall. He's obviously hurt. He went straight to the room. I think something's messed up with his shoulder, but just an insanely, I can see why my wife doesn't want Marshall to play, regular football. He started playing flag football on Sunday, had a great time at Commonwealth. It was a lot of fun. He's excited for it. But you see a hit like that, and you're like, oh my God.
Well, and that used to be so celebrated, and it's like Rock'em Sock'em too. Like, now you see a hit in hockey, and you're like, whoa, and it's clean, and you're like, okay, I can like this. Like, we can get down with this. This is okay. This is good.
when I first saw it, I looked for a flag immediately. I was like, okay, there's got.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
something-
just got to be a
something must have
flag for
happened.
like hitting too hard,
too violent.
And then
Yes.
we watched the replay, and I was just like, actually, it was timed very well, and yeah, that was a tough look.
3 of 8, 54 yards and a pick. But the Bombers, like, knowing how to win, and you look at the Elks too, not knowing how to win, like, those are two different teams that now you can play crappy and come away with a result. You can play a good ball game and still come away with an L like the Elks.
You know what I didn't like? I know Drew Brown's your guy, but I would have rolled Dustin Crum in that game. He's coming off a 30 for 35 game in which he had 2 touchdown passes, 65 yards on the ground, another touchdown pass, had not thrown an interception in his last 4 games. And it went back to Drew Brown, who hit 400 yards, but threw 2 interceptions, which he just overthrew.
Well,
he overthrew his target, and it went to a defender behind him. I would have rode that Crum momentum, man.
Well, it's injuries and consistency that Drew Brown can't seem to stay on, and stay in the lineup consistently. And you kind of, you're left wanting more. You figure if he can put together an injury-free campaign, but it's again, you're going from one to the other, and you don't really build up too much rapport. And the numbers look nice, but you're right. I mean, 2 picks and, return touchdown, but 3 of 8. You're right. The game goes on. Like sometimes you'll get to halftime and you want to have like a good number for a quarterback.
Yeah.
But when you're going to like kind of like that fourth quarter and you're like, this is still
I know,
not even flirting with 100, and you're winning.
Let's get to a couple of your text messages. We are saying, what are your guesses for the CFL announcement today at 11? Wrong answers only. That's how you're going to win the Royal Pizza text of the day. Royal Pizza. CFL making change.
Yeah.
Royal Pizza. CFL's making change.
Don't you dare touch the rouge.
Please leave the rouge alone. Brett's texting and says, guys, I feel like the Elks wins are right there, but they have to know they can't back. Sorry, total sneeze.
Like Dwayne Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him doing the cuff button.
Yeah.
Going, whoo-hoo.
Yeah. I feel like the Elks wins are right there, but they have to know they can't back into wins. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I guess. Yesterday on that last 3rd and 1, they decided to punt. So they believed giving Bo Levi Mitchell 2 minutes to get into field goal range was a better choice than just believing in your own line to get the first down. Once they punted that ball, we all knew the last second field goal was coming. Hopefully, they learn from this. Dr. J texts in and says, the announcement today will be a glowing blue football, so TV viewers can finally see the ball.
I like that, yeah.
Like the old puck tracks on Fox.
But it's not always on it. It's sometimes like, lags a bit. The ball will be sailing and it'll be chasing it.
Dano says the CFL's announcement today is that they are expanding to schooners, plus all CFL teams will be expanding into the NFL. Wrong. Jake Potato. CFL wrong answers only. TV blackouts are back until 30,000 seats are sold at all home games. LOL.
Blackouts were... We'd go to the Coachman in Saskatoon because they had a satellite.
No.
And that was like the speak.
That's
like
how you could
nobody
do it.
knew, and you'd go there for
Was it packed?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
My dad drove from Saskatoon to Lloydminster to watch a game once, then drove right back home.
Chris G to the Paris Jewelers inbox today. Maybe the CFL is changing the Grey Cup game from Calgary to Edmonton because Stu Johnson realizes McMahon Stadium is junk. I can't believe they're taking it out of the Grey Cup to McMahon.
You wouldn't need an explanation on that. He could just come out there, trot it out, and say it, and everybody there'd be no argument, no debate.
Even the people in McMahon would be like, "That's a good call. That's a good decision."
There's nobody that would have. JKB CFL eliminating the coin toss in favor of rock, paper, scissors.
Ooh, I got time for that.
I don't mind that at all. Hey?
I got time for that. I like that idea. All right, will the 2 captains please step in? All right, rock, paper, scissors, and then it's like, wait, on rock or on scissors, or is it like 1, 2, 3, then go?
Step aside, CFL review booth. Yeah. This is the new controversy in the league.
No, there's still be reviews.
Go to the booth.
They'll go to the review.
Yeah.
Apparently, here Sean White went scissors too soon. I'll call that.
Yeah.
I wanted to call the baby race. They did baby races in Ottawa, and this one little boy, Ferguson, just was crushing people. I was like, look at this kid. I yelled from the booth, he's on roids. Fergus is on roids. No baby should be able to walk that much quicker than other babies.
Should get tested.
Yeah. Barry says the announcement today is that they're going to be playing a game on Mars. Wouldn't that be?
Well, it'd be something them doing it before the NFL, which
Yeah, the NFL is about 8 years away from Mars games. CFL will announce that play-by-play will be done on the field, in the trenches between the lines, to give you a part of that big game feeling. Nielson down. That, you know what? Wouldn't that be something? Me like standing right between the first down, Strevler on the ground.
Let's go down to Tom Gazzola.
Oh, how about this one? Calling the Amishman. The CFL is announcing that due to popular demand, the Rec Laws will be doing the halftime show at Grey Cup for the next 20 years.
20 years?
Long live the night.
Long live the decade.
They have signed the Rec Laws to a residency.
I love it.
At Grey Cup, which is pretty funny.
Again, not too much debate on that if that was the announcement.
Yeah. All right, let's get to your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. Monday Night Football. You will be at the at Selly's.
Fort Road, Century Casino, right here, It's a North Edmonton day, really, for EST.
It's a North Edmonton day. We're going to be live at Manning Boston Pizza today for Lock Shop and Oil Stream. So join us at the Manning location today.
We'll buy you a beer.
How many nasties are going to pull off the double dip? Lunch with me at BP's, dinner with you at Selly's.
You got her. Loaded burgers on special tonight at Selly's. And a free beer from you as well down at BP's.
If you come to Boston Pizza for lunch, I will buy you a beer, yes. Or I'll take a beer off the tab if you've already ordered.
It's got to be beer, not a drink. This is like a bottle of beer.
Any beverage.
Or any drink. Okay.
Any beverage. I would prefer iced teas. but we'll see. Okay, you're going to find this play and we're going to do our Monday Night Football challenge coming up in the third hour of the show. I've sent this over to the boys. It should be up shortly. But it's a little parlay for tonight's game. We're looking at a Derrick Henry anytime touchdown and my man Jahmyr Gibbs over 3.5 catches. First game of the year, he was targeted 10 times, had like 8 catches. Last game, he was targeted 3 times, caught them all. I like Gibbs over 3.5 catches tonight. Derrick Henry anytime touchdown. I don't have the number on it just yet, but it will be up on our Play Alberta EST specials page. So go to playalberta.ca or download the Play Alberta app. You'll see EST specials. That's where all of our ones end up going. We hit the Elks +7 and the Lions +6 parlay last week. Jay's play of the day cashed over the weekend as well. If you've not yet used our promo code this month, you go online, you deposit $50, you use the code EST Sports, and you get a $50 free bet. More of your text messages on CFL announcement today. Wrong answers only. Keep those coming in at 780-218-9999. Just after 7:30, we're finally going to get to this jersey. That's a good. That's a not so good. We're gonna get into that coming up. The Mike Tanier is gonna pop by as well. The 7 o'clock hour in the Nielson Show is brought to you by Game Sense, and of course, the Nielson Show is presented to you every day by the fine folks and family over at Weiss Johnson. Let's get to a sports update right now. It's brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lowicki, who's planning on doing the double dip today. Joining us for lunch and dinner.
That.
Yeah, check out Park Mazda, 938 First Street in Sherwood Park.
Join me tonight at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge, Centric Casino, Fort Road, as we wrap Week 3 in the NFL when the 1-1 Ravens host the 1-1 Lions. You show up and you could qualify into a draw for a trip for 2 to LA to catch the Rams and Saints in November, plus loaded burgers on special. Sunday nighter saw the Chiefs pick up the first win of their campaign, 22-9, over the winless New York Giants. The Canadian Football League is set to make a major announcement today regarding significant changes to its game. This coming from a press release issued yesterday. CFL Commissioner Stuart Johnston will make the announcement at 11 o'clock Mountain Time this morning from Hotel X in downtown Toronto. The Toronto Blue Jays would avoid the series sweep, defeating the Royals 8-5 and clinching a playoff berth. Jays are 2 games up on the Yankees and 5 up on the Red Sox for the division lead, ahead of tomorrow's 3-game series at home to Boston. Cal Rowley, meanwhile, hit his league-leading 58th homer as the Mariners complete the weekend sweep of the Astros 7-3. Seattle now sit 3 games up on Houston for the AL West lead. Oilers get the preseason going yesterday with a split squad game against the Flames. The Oilers blanking Calgary 3-0 on the road. Connor Clattenburg had a goal and a fight. Kasperi Kapanen and Riley Stillman also chipping in with a goal apiece, while Nathaniel Day and Samuel Janssen combined for a 20-save shutout. Back here in Edmonton, falling 3-2 to the Flames in overtime, Darnell Nurse and Matvei Petrov getting on the board for the Oilers, who would outshoot the Flames 30-14 over 60 minutes. Back over to football. Prairie Football Conference now sees a four-way tie for third, as the Huskies improved to 2-4 with a 41-30 victory over the Colts. Wildcats, meanwhile, they dropped to 2-4 as they fall at home 52-26 to the Hilltops. The Wildcats will visit Winnipeg next Sunday, while the Huskies are back home to host the Colts from the JP Bowl, kickoff 1 o'clock. And the Edmonton Oil Kings open the regular season with a pair of wins over the Red Deer Rebels this weekend. Oil Kings back on the ice Saturday when they kick off a 5-game road trip against the Hitmen. Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where they're bringing back the hot tubs on CFL sidelines. Brought to you by Park Mazda, your dealer for life, your hot tub for life.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki with like a giant eagle's wings and singing lead vocals for Leonard Skinner with like an angel band. And I'm in the crowd hammered drunk.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
You know, it's such a special day. Bagpipes fired up and the nasty bash is underway. And we know that there's a special place where all the AM nasties can party for just a single day. We are just living the dream since leaving 1260. Beers at Fergie's place with that trash TV. The Elks did make us proud, and boy, it caused a scene. Cash J's play of the day, and everybody screamed, oh, it just have begun. All the boys and girls, nasty bash at the club. Oh, mama, we're just having fun. Troy's dancing with wheels. It's where we belong down at Fergie's Rugby Club. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. We'll be two-step dancing over on the hardwood. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. Fergie's Rugby Club. Fireball shots and Corey B's wife's on the floor. Atif's stuck in the bathroom and Tony changing beds outside the door. Big uke and a 6 o'clocker can. Dusty pours it on his head. Now he's a made man. Nelson had a crazy dream. Honey dill for him to eat. Christian from Winnipeg, you've been too good to he. Tread's grandma won't be proud, cause in his car he'd sleep. Tommy sees another girl, you know he's gonna scream. Oh, we just have begun. All the boys and girls.
7:36, you're riding with the Nasties. Thank you very much for being here today. It is the Nielson Show on TuneIn, on iHeart, over on YouTube. Hammer the thumbs up for us if you're watching on YouTube today. And, of course, 95.7 Cruise FM. All you FMers, what's up? How's the drive today? Hopefully, she's a smooth one. All of our Nielson Show original songs brought to you by Totem Outdoor Outfitters. New gear, used gear, trade and consign. A sport for every season with hockey equipment and skates ready to go year-round. A family store that takes pride in finding the right fit for you. Visit their website, www.totemoutfitters.ca, or pop them by and gear up at 7430 99th Street. The Nielsen Show today and every day brought to you by the fine folks at Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
I like that. Weiss Johnson, Edmonton's Train Home Comfort Specialist for nearly 50 years. Get 10% off any new Train furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off that package price as well. Get your home comfortable now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Train. Train, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportstalk.com today. That's our website with them. Check it out. www.wjsportstalk.com.
It's bumping over there.
And get those sweet deals.
Can I take your coat? Get you a drink?
You can keep texting us, Paris Jewelers Inbox. Lots of good ones. Wrong answers only on the announcement
This
today
is
in the
fun.
Canadian
This is
Football League.
cushioning
Yeah.
the blow a bit. Which I expect will be some sort of change, which gets everybody into a negative like that. That's what you're. It's not like this wrong answer is only. What if it's like a good thing? Like what if everybody's expecting the worst?
Some people might really like this.
Well, no, but some people maybe this is a change that maybe it is expansion. Maybe it is I don't know. Everybody's kind of going to the negative here and. I don't like it.
That's the welcome to people who cover the Canadian Football League, right?
This is
Bones texts in. It says the CFL is going to be announcing today that all 3rd and 1 plays have to be done from the gun. It's the new rec law. You have to go for 3rd and 1 from the gun twice a game.
Yeah,
we're identifying this as one of our 2 3rd and 1s from the gun.
Yes, you're only allowed to be in the under center
so many
traditional formation ones.
So many times. All right. Let's dive into, that's a good for the Italian Center. Check out their Massimo Heat and Serve meals made fresh daily, ready for you to take home to heat, and then you serve it. Right? You don't serve it and then heat it. You heat it, and then you serve it. You get the individual, you get the family size. They're all absolutely delicious. That's a good at the Italian Center. I want to get to this quick text comes in from local weather legend just on my phone, Josh Clausen.
Oh, the atmospheric Avenger.
Ask YTT why he started Kittle this week. He's been in the IR since September 9th, and he has another tight end on his bench. Are you not updating your roster properly? You're in one league.
This did happen.
God, man.
Oh,
this did happen. I was going to put that as my confession. I'm sorry. Josh, my apologies. I'll be better. I can be better. And I have to be better.
That's just unacceptable. I'd kick you out of the league.
I know. I'm sorry. It was a busy weekend.
What is this? The Dunya? Right? Sometimes guys.
Not the Birmingham Barracudas, baby.
You're the Scott McCord of Clausen's league.
You take that back. You take that back.
Where's that mitt?
Keep the mitt in your
Where's
office.
that mitt?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
That's my mitt.
All right, let's get into the jersey, everybody. All right, everybody's here. You wanted the jersey talk all day. We're going to dive into the preseason a little bit as well. I don't want to spend too much. I don't want to spend too much time on split squad games, but Pat Steinberg is going to join us. He was down in Calgary yesterday, so we'll get his thoughts on that one. All I really want to know is Tomasek going to play on the first line with McDavid or not?
Yeah.
Let's piss or get off the pot on this Tomasek stuff.
And how was Tommy and Reed up in the press box last night?
Yeah, they would have had a great time.
I'd like to know about their night. Yeah.
They would have had a great time. All right, Trev, you are Oilers fan in-house. Let's start with you. And this is where you can chime in on the jersey. If you're watching over on YouTube today, chime in on the jersey. Hammer the thumbs up for us. You can text us. What do you think of the jersey, everybody? This new third jersey the Oilers dropped. It's kind of got a vintage white Oilers written across the chest. A little patch with a Derek on it.
Patch is cool.
Okay. So see, it's not that bad. You like the patch?
The patch.
Okay. What do you think about the jersey in general? The fit.
This never happens. Usually when a jersey comes out, I'm like, it's okay. I want to see what the whole uniform looks like, though. Usually the uniform is what sells me. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I like everything. I like the pants. I like the socks. I like seeing how it all comes together. And when I saw the jersey, I was like, it's okay, but I really think the uniform's gonna connect all the dots. It's gonna make this look real nice. It actually did the opposite for me. This never happened. So the more and more I look at the jersey just by itself, I like it. I actually really like it. I think it came together quite nicely. It's growing on me. I just don't like how everything looks on Ekholm. I'm looking at it right now. I don't like the pants. I think, I don't know. And it's just my opinion, but I think the uniform as a whole, it doesn't come together nicely, in my opinion. But I like the jersey by itself.
Okay, so you like the jersey by itself.
Like I've actually, the jersey, given it some thought, looking at it from behind, it looks pretty sick. I love the second or the patch there. I think that looks really cool. I don't mind the fonts. I like the stripes. I like the coloring. But just everything, all in all together, just the pants, everything, it doesn't come together nicely for me. Personally.
What'd you think of the video?
I didn't watch it. Oh, you know what? I did see a video of all the players coming out with them. Is it like the slow-mo?
I saw, are you talking about the one with Ekholm, like when they launched it? It's like, this is for the blue collar.
Well, they got the guy in the garage.
Blue collar workers can't even afford this jersey. What are we doing?
That's just it. Yeah, it starts off. It's in a garage, and
Okay, I saw
it's a
the
dirty garage. Yeah,
It's a guy who's going to rec league.
Yeah.
So
that's gimmicky.
I don't mind the jersey. I'll say this: I don't mind the jersey. I will always describe this jersey as one that it looks like was selling at Zeller's 20 years ago that didn't have rights to use the logo, so they just put the team across it. That is what it looks like.
I get that.
But I kind of liked those jerseys back in the day, so I don't mind the jersey. But I thought the video was kind of weird. It's like,
are you at all concerned McDavid was
teaming
not
up with the
seen
rec-
at all in the video?
No, I mean, choosing Ekholm to
everybody's-
launch the jersey is an interesting choice.
Everybody
loves
is
Ekholm.
into
The
that,
jersey
right?
as
Like-
well. It has 25 on both sides, right? So that's obviously this year.
That's for the year.
But then it
That's a
has the
C
C on
for
it,
nerds,
right?
yeah.
Conspiracy. Conspiracies. Hi, but there was another video. I'll show you boys. I'll send you a link
Okay.
to it.
Yeah.
But it's like a slow-mo of Evan Bouchard, all the players walking out. It's pretty tough. It's a tough look.
Well, that's good then, I guess. Yeah, but no, I like it. It's got very much a Zeller's vibe to it.
Would it help it if it had the strings on the top, like the?
I don't know.
No, wouldn't change anything. For
I
you?
don't. I think it's okay. Like I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's
I think it's okay too.
Yeah,
I think that's fair to
fine.
say.
Like-
It's okay.
Did you talk about the back of it? Do you like the back?
I like how the back looks, man.
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah, I think that looks slick. Like just the jersey from the top up. I'm like, oh yeah, like that's nice. Then it's something down below. I'm just meh.
At least it doesn't say jersey on it, like the
is
Devils. I mean, that's got to be. I mean, nothing tops that.
Oh, it's a jersey.
Jersey. I get it.
Yeah.
Bernie from St. Albert says, awful, lazy effort. Patch is good, but overall had the potential to do something great. The video was a joke. Regular folk can't afford tickets or jerseys.
Well,
anyway.
no, I mean, but if you're gonna say it's a joke and it's not, like, what would you have wanted to see?
Yeah, I mean,
I'd like to
that's a
hear
fair
what you want to
question.
say. You not like it, but how could they have done it better?
Cobra in Clairview. That's my Cobra impression.
You got to play the flute, and then you got to kind of.
Yeah. Here, I'll get you. Here, you blow the whistle, and then I'll do my Cobra impression.
You can move.
Mike Tanier is going to hang up on us. He's waiting to join us, talk some NFL.
I want his CFL wrong answer
Anyway,
as well.
Cobra in Clairview says, you're so correct, Dusty. It looks like a low-budget knockoff jersey. Yeah, but I still don't mind it. But that's what it reminds me of, the one where you're like, Mom, this is at Zeller's and it's only $40. I wonder why.
Yeah.
It's like, well, son, they don't have the rights to actually make this a true Oilers jersey, so they just put the name on it, and the first I technically is a little L, so they can get away with it. You know?
Is the first is it the jersey outlook or is it the logo to you? Like the I don't know, it's the whole thing.
It's the writing, the logo that makes it look like the Zeller's knockoff.
Right.
But I do say I like the jersey.
I like the
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I like the way it's.
Let's just call a spade, and that's what it looks
It's
like.
the logo, yeah.
Said the same thing about, didn't Calgary have one of these at one point?
Yeah.
Said the same thing about that one. I said the same thing about the jersey one.
Well, it looks like it's taken out of the
That
same
being said,
type
they're going to sell 1 million of them, and it's not going to matter anyway.
Sure.
10 dashes in and said wordmark logos are boring, so I'm not really a fan of it. All right, keep these. Come Saskatoon Muncher. Nom, 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 nom. Says, I don't get too worked up over jerseys. I think it's all right. Could have been a home run if they did this color scheme with the Oil Derrick logo on the front.
Brandon from Windsor says that as well. I think that's kind of if you say what else, then what else, that's usually the
I
answer.
really like the color scheme. That's probably what's saving the jersey for me. Yeah.
Maybe you just don't have a logo.
Just straight up.
That'd be bold.
Andrew, the accountant, says, I like the jersey. The uniform looks good. I'm not crazy about it, but I'm glad they tried something different. This text is in and says, guys, it's like the organization woke up and said, how can we get a few extra $100 out of fans this year? Well, man, that's how the organization operates.
It is a business.
That's how businesses sort of operate.
Meanwhile, the new EST shirt, we're still taking opinions for that, aren't we?
Yeah, we are still taking, actually, just Edmonton Sports Talk and writing across the middle.
Sports.
We've had worse ideas, actually. All right, keep those keep the reaction coming in. Man, we've gone an hour and 47 minutes on the show today, not even talking about the fact that McDavid's still unsigned. So we'll save all that for tomorrow.
Good.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into it.
We'll have more than enough time.
Lots of time.
Lots of time.
Hey, we got 8 months to talk about that. Sad face. All right, let's so busy show today. Tons of CFL talk with this announcement looming at 11 o'clock today. Obviously the jersey talk and lots of NFL talk. We need to get on a scale of 1 to 10. How washed is Russell Wilson? Yeah, like Russell Wilson, it's like, let Russ cook, and he's just heating up pizza pops in the microwave.
Well, and Daniel Jones MVP talk, right?
Yeah, that too. Well, geez. Here we are. What a world. Mike Tanier, 2 Deep Zone, joins us as he does every Monday at 7:45. Mike, good morning. Are you still reeling from all the excitement in the Chiefs-Giants game last night?
I thought we had the how washed is Russell Wilson conversation in 2022.
We did.
It's Groundhog Day where we're still talking about how washed is Russell Wilson. Next week, he's out there. He's throwing the ball through the back of the end zone on 4th down again.
How that had to have been one of the most poorly executed first and goal sequences I'd ever seen. He didn't even put a catchable ball in play.
The craziest thing, I think he threw 3 like over the goalpost, like he was attempting field goals. The craziest thing is on 2nd down, he ran a draw.
Yeah.
He's like 37 years old. He's 4 steps slower than he used to be. He does not want to take a hit. He runs a draw. I don't know if Dayball called that. I don't know if he just, I think I might be able to get past that linebacker. Oh, never mind. And then they took 30 seconds to get the next play off when time was of the essence. It was shocking. Bad quarterback play, bad coaching, bad Giants team.
I did find it highly amusing, though. Every time they brought him off the field to put in Jackson Dart, the crowd would go nuts. Jackson Dart would do something that was okay. Then they take him out and everybody would boo Russ.
It's just got to be okay.
Coming back in. So, I mean, how much longer does this charade go on, do you think?
It's hard to say because I look at Brian Daboll and I think he's trying to salvage his job. He's 0-3 right now, so his back is to the wall. The last chip he can play is putting Jackson Dart out there. And he wants to put Jackson Dart out there in a game that he thinks Dart is going to go out there, get the win, get some momentum, and look like a hero in that game. And that's probably not going to be when the Chargers come in because the Chargers are on a tear right now. It'll probably be the following week against the Saints. He's looking at that Saints game. It's like, yeah, I'll unveil Dart. We'll get a win. Then maybe that's enough so that as the season goes on, I can hold on to my job.
How do you lose 30-0 to the Carolina Panthers?
Right. With Bijan Robinson on your team. How does that happen?
Bijan's running for 15 yards a clip. He's got to be like, what am I doing? If you watch the Bijan highlights, you're like, oh, the Falcons must have won this game. The new kicker who replaced the old kicker missed 2 field goals badly. Their kickoff return guys, like every kickoff, like bounced 4 times and then over their heads and then they went back again. It was ridiculous. But Penix, the problem with Penix, we haven't seen him fail before. He was pretty good last year. He was pretty good in his first 2 games. He threw a pick 6, and it was like his brain melted at that moment. From that pick 6 on, he's bouncing balls. He throws another interception, gets returned a long way. His confidence looks shattered. That's something that the Falcons have to work on because they put Kirk Cousins in the 4th quarter. That's not going to help Penix's confidence. That's not going to keep the storyline from brewing about this kid. So it's going to be interesting how the Falcons proceed from here with Penix.
Yeah, I did not have Kirk Cousins getting reps by week 3.
Well, showcasing him perhaps.
I mean, maybe that's what happens. All right. I mean, so I wonder if the Packers look at it and go, well, at least we didn't get shut out by 30 points by the Panthers, but they go into Cleveland and lose to the Browns when everybody's talking about the Packers as maybe being the best team in the league. What the hell happened there?
Well, first of all, the Browns defense is really, really good. Myles Garrett is really, really good, just like Micah Parsons is. He can change games. Their secondary is really, really good. We also were not talking about the fact that the Packers offense was okay. Okay, they're killing people on defense, so they're getting field goal opportunities, in their first 2 games against the Commanders, against the Lions, and we're saying, well, that offense is good enough. Well, that offense wasn't good enough. It was very predictable yesterday. It faced a tough defense, and they put themselves in a position where they're sitting there with a 10-point lead trying to milk it. 1 turnover, 1 block kick, all of a sudden chaos reigns. I'm not that worried about the Packers, though. All eyes are on them against the Cowboys on Sunday. I think we saw the Cowboys.
I was just going to say, this is a perfect transition.
Yeah.
So this might have been a learn about themselves game for the Packers.
All week long, I kept asking everybody we had on, why are the Cowboys only 1-point favorites against the Bears? I just don't get it. I think they're going to walk them. I look like such an idiot this morning because they basically launched a Hall of Fame career for Caleb Williams yesterday, the Cowboys defense. Like, how did that happen?
It was stunning. I was telling guys, hammer the Cowboys. Because, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens against backup cornerbacks, and Caleb Williams not able to get out of his own way. This looks like an easy victory. Well, CeeDee Lamb got hurt. That was part of it. The Cowboys defense, they were falling for everything. Flea flicker, fall for it. Throw a bomb up the sidelines. Diggs is trying to gamble and press. He slips and falls. That's a touchdown. Wide open guys in the back of the end zone. It was just like a Cowboys defense and really overall team after the second quarter that was just yeah, we're done here. Demoralized, going through the motions. So if you really look at the Cowboys right now, lost to the Eagles. Yeah, they played tough early in that game. Then they just kind of let it go. Victory over the Giants. We just saw the Giants. They're horrendous.
Yeah.
You give up a bunch of points to the Giants. That's a problem. Giving up all these points to Caleb Williams, that is a rough team. They're 1-2. They could very easily be 0-3. And look out below after they face the Packers next.
You got flea flicked by Caleb Williams.
Flea flicked by Caleb Williams. Boy, oh boy.
Come on, man.
That's jeez. A game I didn't mind watching this weekend was Chargers Broncos. Mike, they now sit atop the West 3-0. They got some room as everybody else now 1-2. Raiders, Broncos, and Chiefs. Is this a Chargers team that you can finally kind of put some belief behind? I know they've been frustrated with their fans. Always good, always in the mix, but never really taking that next step.
Yeah, I do want to see how this progresses through the year because they've made the playoffs before, and that's where they lay the egg. Right now, you can't ask for anything more. Defense is playing very stout. Offense, Herbert is not just playing well with the highlights, but he's distributing the ball. Guys are making plays for him, which they didn't necessarily have in the past. Quentin Johnston is not dropping every third pass anymore. Rookie running back Omarion Hampton's playing well. So it's very good situational football. It's very good complementary football. Facing a Broncos team that does find ways to lose every week, that's an interesting thing. But yeah, for right now, Chargers playoff odds, very good. Chargers playoff props are in place. This is all you can ask for from that team.
I'm not going to say that doubling up the Titans by 20 makes you the best team in the league, but a 3-0 start with a pretty well-rounded offense.
You beat what's in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, they've taken care of business. Their schedule, we looked at over the next 3-4 weeks, there's a couple of layups still to come here. Just how good are the Colts?
They're the worst 3-0 team that has blown out two opponents that you'll ever see. They're a 3-0 team that has blown out two opponents, two glorified scout teams in the Dolphins and the Titans. But you know what? The Colts are a veteran team. They have a lot of guys like Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman on offense and Quentin Nelson on their offensive line. You got guys like Zaire Franklin, Kwity Paye on their defense. Kenny Moore had the big play yesterday. This is a solid top to bottom team. And when you talked about their upcoming schedule, that's exactly it, because the way they're playing right now, they should be able to, okay, the Rams next week will be a real tough one. They got the Raiders coming up. They got the Titans coming up again. They got the Cardinals, who really don't look like anything right now. You're going to put together a resume where you're going to be about 7-2. By the time you're about 7-2, 7-3 in the AFC South, you're probably walking away with that division and you're walking into a playoff berth.
I feel like, most weeks there's some bad bets, some bad beats on bets. And once or twice a year, there's that all-timer. But for the Rams to be 3.5-point dogs against the Eagles and then have a field goal to go and win the game, let alone cover. I mean, worst case scenario, you're like, well, they're covered at least. And then it gets blocked and taken back. I mean, that was insane to me. I couldn't believe what I witnessed there.
Imagine being in a Philly bar.
What was that like?
I was in a Philly bar. Well, the first half, everybody is completely ready to go out and get pitchforks and burn down the neighborhood. And then by the end, I'll tell you what, the funniest thing is the crowd is erupting. And shout out to my buddy Jeff, because he watches the block and he goes nuts. Then he watches the replay, does not realize it was a run back touchdown. And he starts yelling, "We covered! We covered! We covered!" Which is perfect Philly sports degenerate mentality right there. But give the Eagles credit; they were getting walloped in the first half, and it wasn't just blocked field goals; it was adjustment on offense. It was big plays on defense. They did what a defending champion should do, which is show that they've got resilience that can turn around and manufacture a victory if they have to.
All right, then a big Monday nighter tonight. How do you see this one playing out with the Lions and the Ravens?
Usually the Ravens have the Lions' number. I got my eye on the injury reports because Justin Mandabuke is probably out for the Ravens. Same time, Marcus Davenport's out for the Lions. I just think the Ravens are a stronger team right now. Lions just have too many guys where I'm looking at it and say, this is all you got. As good as you are, this is your defense is Aiden Hutchinson and who? Your offensive line has lost this many guys. I think the Ravens are going to be able to take control of this game.
Good stuff, man. One more time. People, where can they find your work?
You can find me at the Too Deep Zone at MikeTanier.substack.com.
Thanks for the time, man. We'll chat next week.
You got it. Take care and enjoy your week.
We will enjoy our week.
Yes.
Mike Tanier with enjoy your week.
That gets me going.
On a Monday morning. Lions and Ravens tonight. The line with our title sponsor over at Play Alberta is currently Lions +5 on the road. We're going to do our Monday Night Football Challenge for Sellies coming up a little bit later on. Eric will be at Sellies Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road tonight for that game. So we can make plans to pop by over there. I did throw up our EST special for tonight's game. Derrick Henry to score a touchdown. Didn't have one last week. Like the bounce back there. Derrick Henry to score a touchdown and Gibbs over 3.5 receptions. +163.
Daddy likes.
So you can get that one at +163 on our EST specials page over at Play Alberta. And remember, when you're playing at Play Alberta, or if you're gambling anywhere, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. GameSense is our 7 o'clock hour, and my game senses are tingling for tonight's game. Let's see how this one plays out.
Big Uke, 780-218-9999. Let Russ cook, but it's just him heating up fish in the office microwave.
That's a good text.
Very good.
That's also going to be. I mean, it's been
if you could compare his performance to a cooking type of
like a horrible.
That's it.
A horrible cooking.
Fish in the office microwave.
Yeah. Let Russ cook, but it's just heating up Ichiban noodles.
Yeah, let's ride.
So yeah, send those in. Let Russ cook, but it's just blank. 780-218-9999. Sean also texted in. It's been a glorious day in the Paris Jewelers inbox today. It's going to be a very difficult decision for the Royal Pizza text of the day. Royal Pizza. These texts are just great. The new Oilers jersey reveal felt like being at Grandma's house, opening up a can of Royal Dansk butter cookies, only to find no cookies, but Werther's hard candies. It's still good, right? It's not the treat that you wanted, but you're like, I'll go down on Werther's right now.
It's that cookie tin, but it's all like sewing stuff inside.
Yeah,
it's not even cookies.
See that one? That one would just suck.
Like,
yeah.
Royal Dansk. Yeah.
T-Mac is in. Let Russ cook, but he left tinfoil on his 7-Eleven burger. These are all good. Keep them coming in. One of you are going to win that gift certificate to Royal Pizza. Let Russ cook, but it's just boiled steamy weenies. Let Russ cook, except it's just leftover tuna casserole.
Yeah.
God. All right, these are all good. Keep them coming in. Why not? We don't have to stop this fun.
It's a veggie tray.
It's a veggie tray and the broccoli's bad and it stinks.
Hey guys, look what I cooked up for you.
Orca driver, let Russ cook, but he's using an easy bake oven. All right, we are having fun here on 95.7 Cruise FM today. It is the Nielsen Show. We are just starting our full day at Edmonton Sports Talk. When we end in about an hour on 95.7 Cruise FM, send you back to that classic rock. We will have the hangout from 9 to 11. We'll have live coverage of the CFL's major game-changing announcement at 11 on the Lock Shop. Lock Shop will be live at Boston Pizza and Manning. Oil Stream, lots of talk about yesterday's preseason action, the jerseys, all that stuff. That'll be at noon. I'll be live with Tommy at Manning Boston Pizza as well. And then we'll have EST Afternoons and the Reed Wilkins Show, all on TuneIn, all on iHeart, all at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and of course, all right here on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube this morning, please hammer the thumbs up for us.
Garth Vader, let Russ cook, but it's methamphetamines in a shed. That could be. Wow.
Oh, that's too funny, man. All right, 7 o'clock hours been brought to you by GameSense. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how to set a budget and stay informed when you're. All right, the Nielsen Show brought to you by Weiss Johnson will continue just after 8 o'clock. These Russ texts are so good. We got a sports update coming up here. We need somebody to play kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's right now. If you want to play, text Trev. Gift certificate to Mr. Mike's is up for grabs. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Let Trev know you want to play. Somebody's going to play trivia today. We have a sports update right now for the great folks at Windsor Plywood Leduc. They are locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. We're talking doors. We're talking flooring. We're talking baseboards. And, of course, we're talking plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
If they roll out CFL films, I'm going to be. I mean,
I'm evolved. I know what's coming down the pipe at 11, but I am a closed book.
The key has been thrown away.
Yeah, I swallowed it. Now I have to wait till later to tell everybody.
CFL making a major announcement later this morning, 11 o'clock Mountain Time, as Commissioner Stuart Johnston will have the announcement live from Hotel X in downtown Toronto. And we'll be all over that announcement right here on EST beginning at 11 o'clock on the Lock Shop with Dusty and Huss. Patrick Mahomes connecting with Tyquan Thornton on a touchdown, while Russell Wilson would toss a pair of picks. Chiefs win for the first time this season, 22-9 over the Giants. New York now 0-3. Week 3 will wrap up tonight, a battle of 1-1 teams as the Ravens host the Lions. Join me for this one at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge, Centric Casino, Fort Road. You could qualify into a draw for a trip for 2 to LA to catch the Rams and Saints, plus loaded burgers on special all night long. Toronto Blue Jays avoiding the sweep against the Royals and clinching a postseason berth in an 8-5 victory. The Jays come out of the weekend 2 games up on the Yankees and 5 up on the Red Sox for the division lead. Jays are back home to host the Red Sox for a 3-game series tomorrow. Cal Raleigh, meanwhile, with his league leading 58th homers, the Mariners complete the weekend sweep of the Astros 7-3. They now sit 3 games up on Houston for the AL West lead. Oilers kicking off the preseason schedule yesterday with a split squad against the Flames. Edmonton winning 3-0 down in Calgary and falling 3-2 in overtime up here. Preseason will continue tomorrow on the road in Winnipeg against the Jets. Back over to football. Prairie Football Conference now has a 4-way tie for third as the Huskies improved to 2-4, 41-30 over the Colts, while the Wildcats dropped to 2-4 in a 52-26 home loss to the Hilltops. The Wildcats will visit Winnipeg next Sunday. Huskies are back home to host the Colts from the JP Bowl. Kickoff 1 o'clock. The Edmonton Oil Kings open the regular season over the weekend with a pair of wins over the Rebels. The Oil Kings will kick off a 5-game road trip Saturday against the Hitmen. Sports update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
I am a Zach High man with the Leafs I used to ride, with Austin Matthews by my side. I scored a couple and I had a little fun. Signed with the Oilers in July of 21. The Leafs let me walk because they thought I had no soul. Now I'm over 50 goals. I'm the dangler from way across the other side, where Beamers and Audis are supplied. 3rd overall in the draft 2014. Got a one-timer like the game has never seen. Bottom of the circle is the place where I get set. It's going in the net. I'm Nugent Hopkins. I was born in 93. All the way from Burnaby. Played some junior for Red Deer and had a ball. Signed with the Oilers when I went 1st overall.
My two-way game, they said, is totally complete. The best in the league. The best in the league. The league. The league. The league. I'm Connor McDavid. I'm sure you've all seen my work. I'm not from this planet Earth. I'm deadly serious when I'm telling you what's up. My soul, it will not rest until we hoist the cup. Do what it takes through all the struggle and the pain, till just the oil remains. And we're gonna win again and again.
808 on the Nielson Show. Thank you very much. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. And I like to say that if you're looking for the most entertainment you can get out of this show, the YouTube chat is where it can be found. So go give us a sub. Throw us on your TV at work, your TV at home, and watch on YouTube. If you are looking to stream, it's on iHeart, it's on TuneIn, it's at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and of course, on the FM dial at 95.7 Cruise FM. Get you back to some classic rock over in Cruise here just after 9 o'clock this morning. The 8 o'clock hour of the Nielsen Show brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals, Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items for almost 40 years. Also, do not miss their monthly online auctions at www.gdliquidators.com. They're Canadian-owned. They're Canadian-operated. Make GD Liquidators your first call. The Nielsen Show, today and every day, brought to you by our partners at Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Weiss Johnson, Edmonton's train home comfort specialist for nearly 50 years. They got this awesome deal set up right now at wjsportstalk.com. That's wjsportstalk.com. So when you go to wjsportstalk.com, they'll know we sent you. So go check it out, please. Get 10% off any new train furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump. Get 25% off the package price. Make your home comfortable now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Train. It's hard to stop a train.
It's hard.
It's hard. Paris Jewelers inbox has just been hilarious today. We'll continue to sort out who's going to win that. Darth Vader's
if
strong.
If we're going with the let Russ cook, I think Darth Vader's
a front runner on that one.
We're still looking for the CFL wrong answers. I mean, that's also a route, but I don't know how you top. Dave in Section T said, just call it now.
Yeah, he said call it now.
Pay that man his money,
what was that one again?
Let Russ cook, but it's here it is, but it's methamphetamines in a shed. Word for word.
That's very funny. It's very simple. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, third hour of the show. We're going to get into it right now. We got Pat Steinberg coming up. We'll get his thoughts on how the Oilers looked down in Calgary last night. 3-0 win down there, 3-2 overtime loss here. We'll have your Sellies Monday Night Football Challenge. 3 questions too many is coming up. We still got to get to the nerd draft results. We haven't really dove into that yet, have we?
Spency 5 cents he wanted to know in the nasty chat. I kind of spilled the beans there. But,
yeah, well,
I mean, it's out now. It's not a secret.
It's out. It's not a secret. But we'll get into that and we'll talk about what it means moving forward.
Yeah, maybe a rant from Tommy in the Hangout later this morning.
I don't think I got to care enough to rant about it, I think. Anyway, we'll get into that. But we're going to play a little kind of easy trivia here. Kind of easy trivia brought to you by Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual with a new location opening soon in Bonnie Doon. Check out more at MrMikes.ca. And, of course, you can order online. Skip the dishes, DoorDash, Mr. Mike's. Eat locally. Enjoy casually. And it is indeed delicious. Trev, who's playing trivia today, buddy?
This is Scalding Gord.
Scalding Gord is going to play today. Okay, needs to get 3 out of 5 correct. I like his chances.
We went undefeated Friday, so the streak is still
13-0.
Yeah.
We're 13-0 in the FM era. So this is big. Scalding Gord. Don't ruin this, my man. You ready to roll?
Yeah, I just got to close up my shed.
Okay.
Gord.
That's funny, Gord. All right, Trev will start that's really funny, Gord. Trev will start the ticker after we read the first question. Here we go. Did the Elks win this weekend?
No.
Who's the quarterback of the Elks?
Fajardo, sorry.
Which league will make a major announcement today?
The CFL.
Which team won the NFL Sunday Nighter?
Who cares? It's CFL.
Has Connor McDavid signed yet?
No.
Got it.
And he got it!
Funny shed joke.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
You can't have a newcomer come in and steal the show.
That's a paddling.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules.
Ooh, you better believe that's a paddling.
And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
That's a paddling.
The first year, we took it to the limit.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
There you go, Gord. Crushes trivia, makes a funny shed joke.
Yeah, a little shade at the NFL too.
We're on. Yeah,
he doesn't care. Yeah, man.
Touch them all, Gord.
Yeah,
touch them all.
You're never gonna have a bigger trivia win.
What did Gord win at the? He won Texter of the Year.
Yeah, he's an Esty winner.
Gord won. He's an Esty winner.
Huge couple weeks here for.
It's on a mantle in his meth shed. Norman the Combine says, guys, I picked up Mr. Mike's for Sticky Rice and I last night at the campsite, dining casually. I like that. Sticky Rice, his wife, if you're a FMer who has no idea what's going on, Norman the Combine is married to Sticky Rice. They've got the Combine crew, and they're all coming to Mexico with us, which should be pretty funny. Little Johnny says, boys, somebody just rear-ended someone in the Tim Hortons drive-thru, and they had 95.7 crews playing. Give them a conch. Everything is fine, but maybe y'all got to be a little bit less distracting. We don't do conches in the 8 o'clock hour, but I'll give you a little train blow.
Give him a toot.
This is for getting rear-ended while listening to the show. Funny story, though. I mean, it's funny for us, but it's not funny for them.
Do they pull out of the drive-thru, or do they stay in there and wait for the police
you have to
show?
stay. You can't move it.
You can't leave the seat.
Everybody else is like, come on.
No.
I need my... I was, where was I? I don't know, in Toronto or Ottawa, somewhere. Ottawa. And I was at a Tim's, and somebody were waiting. They come up, they're yelling out orders to people and stuff. It was a busy one. There's like 12 of us waiting for stuff. And somebody comes up. She goes, coffee, 5 cream, 5 sugar. Ooh. And I looked at this woman. I was like, now I just started drinking coffee once in my life last week, our Nasty Brew, our very own coffee that we have, which I think is sold out, but we're probably going to do another run. Anyway, I looked at this lady, and I was disgusted. Even I know you don't need 5 milks and 5 sugars in a coffee, do you?
The Dikembe Mutombo.
No. Not today. 5 milk, 5 sugar?
It's too much.
What is this, amateur hour?
Hot sugar water. And 5 cream, not milk, eh? Like cream is cream?
She said, I thought it was, maybe it was cream. Does that make a difference?
Well, cream is a lot more thicker.
I think it was milk. I think it was milk.
Milk, I mean, still. A large Mutombo, please.
I'll get the Mutombo. The what?
The what?
Little Johnny follows up, says it was literally right in the middle of the drive-thru. Couldn't be any worse of a spot. Took like 30 minutes to sort out. That sucks.
Cars leaking fluid.
If you were this person that got rear-ended in the Timmy's drive-thru today, please let us know. Strummy over in the Nasty Chat says, Cruise FM, more like Bruise FM, because of the car accident.
You got to add that Z on the end, dude.
Nobody gets hurt in a drive-thru collision. Right? That's why we can laugh about it.
Well, I hope not.
Unless it was a Karen who's like, my neck! Oh, I can't work now for 6 months. You have to pay me.
You milk that one.
Yeah.
You kind of...
Get a life, Karen.
Well, whoever initiated it should... Everybody
pay for the other person.
Yeah, you should kind of do the whole line.
Definitely. That's what I would have done. I would have actually just used the truck, pushed up over the grass, gone on the road, and got out of there.
You got to get out of there.
Never go there. Do you know how many other Tims there are? You don't have to go to the same Tims all the time. Big Maple says he got his coffee delivered on Friday. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron's delivering you don't have to deliver the coffee, Aaron.
She goes above and beyond.
Yeah, she's the best. She's our coffee lady.
Norman Combine, I'm hit.
I'm hit. My Tims. What do we do? Oh, okay. So before we get to 3 questions.
My neck, my car. Burglar.
Before we get to 3 questions, we do have the results of the Nerd Draft.
Official.
Which went down Thursday. It's a combination of votes from Instagram and Twitter. And in unbelievable fashion, apparently Reed Wilkins beat me by 3 votes on Instagram, and I beat him by 3 votes on Twitter. So we tied Did you not tie Glue Guy one time in a draft?
Look, it was a hell of a race between the three of us.
Oh, man.
Like that.
You only finished 10 total votes behind Reed and
But you're watching it during the day or the 24 hours, and at one point you're kind of up. Like it was a 3-horse race on
At
both.
one point, I thought it was up like 3%.
Yeah.
And then Reed forced back in.
But it was a 3-horse race.
Yeah. I mean, it was 3 horses. And Tommy's horse had cut off way to the side early and then couldn't get back in and eventually bucked him off.
He named his horse Russ.
So Reed and I, it is kind of fitting that Reed and I, probably being the 2 biggest nerds here, end up combining to win the nerd draft.
Yeah, Urkel doesn't get it for me in the end. I mean,
you still had a great roster. You had a great lineup. And then, Tommy. So Quinn said the day of the draft, you need to be above 18%.
Yeah.
To avoid relegation.
No tie goes to the runner.
18.1.
Yeah.
Tommy ended at exactly 18%. He was 1 vote away from not being relegated. But Quinn texted the group last night and said he has been relegated and he will now have to co-host the draft pre- and post-game shows with Matthew Awanek.
If he would have voted for himself.
Yeah. He would have. So this is why every vote is important. Like, we were tied and Tommy missed relegation by a single vote. It could not have been a closer draft. Nerd Draft lived up to the hype.
Yep.
Now we got to figure out where we go next for next draft. There's been some good suggestions along the way.
Another play-in.
There will be another play-in.
Yes.
I guess
Zach finally promote himself to the big leagues.
We need to figure out what the draft will be, and then people who want to be in that draft can declare their intentions to the commish. And then they'll do a play-in draft. I'm assuming Glue Guy's probably going to try to get back in.
I think so. Like he doesn't have a period of he has to like wait.
No, I thought I heard Quinn say that.
Yeah.
You can't get back into that one right away. So like Tommy can't apply to get back in right away.
Rats.
Here are some things that we had popped up on the list here. Scenes that make you cry draft. Senior citizens draft. We've done nerd draft. That's out now. Let's see here.
The draft of drafts.
Draft of drafts. Have we done that draft of doctors yet? Doctor draft.
Noah Wiley's in that new show, hey? You see that? It's like a modern ER.
You know what I'm watching right now? Oh, is that Pitt? Is that one called Pitt?
I think so. It's
I started
pretty
watching
good.
that new one, Black Rabbit on Netflix.
I watched the first 2 episodes.
I finished the first 2 episodes. I love Bateman.
He's good
Bateman's
in that
so
role.
good. It's like
in that
the
role,
chill mess of a man. Like that was pretty good. I think we did teacher draft already. Yeah, we did a teacher draft.
Feeney and
Feeney
all that,
went, I remember that. Let me eliminate
I
that
like how
one.
we both go to Feeney. Yeah.
Police enforcement draft. Did we do that? Did we do a draft of the law? I'd like to do a draft of the law so I can take Judge Dredd.
Carl Winslow would be a
draft of the law. Yeah, Well, Philip Banks was a lawyer. We'd probably have to have a lawyer in a law draft.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, keep your suggestions coming in. We'll try to lock something in October, and we'll do another draft.
Philip Banks.
That should be that could be a pretty good one. Keep your suggestions coming in. 780-218-9999. If you're watching on YouTube today, smash the thumbs up for us. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. We are over 13,000 subs on our YouTube. We're changing 200, Trev. This is good. Keep pounding that. Keep pounding that thumbs up.
Changing 200.
And find out about the Oilers down in Calgary last night with Pat Steinberg. He writes for CFL.ca as well, so we'll get his thoughts on one thing he would change and one thing he would not touch. What did Marsh say? 3 downs? He wouldn't touch 3 downs?
I think that's a consensus.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't touch 3 downs. I don't. That would not be a good idea. All right, let's get into 3 questions too many today. Lieutenant Eric, do you have a liner for the segment?
3 questions too many brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where he's very excited about tonight's Monday Nighter, but more excited about the Loaded Burger Special at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge. Park Mazda, your dealer for life.
If I come there tonight, I'm going to go loaded burger, but no veggies.
Well, the Hood crew got the loaded burger, but they doubled up the patty. Those boys came to eat.
It's physically disgusting.
It's not a thin burger. It's not a smash burger. It's not a very... It's a good... Trev, you had the burger
big,
last
thick
Monday.
patty.
It's a
good
nice...
burger.
It's a good patty.
I knew what burger I was going to get. And it was exactly...
Yeah.
It was really good.
You can dress it up with whatever you want.
Sauteed mushrooms.
The Muzz has...
pickles.
The Muzz has their third and final evaluation skate till 6:45, but it's like over in that direction. So I think I might be popping in a little bit. Hey, save a loaded burger for me.
Side of gravy.
Get a loaded burger, but not for me. All right. Let's. Do we have social media accounts? Let's
yeah, we do. Well, you mentioned the YouTube. I mean, our pursuit of 13.2K continues, so subscribe there. And again, the listening on cruise is great, but when you can watch the show as well, listen on cruise, mute the YouTube, and watch.
Oh, that's
probably adds up a bit. Good. Twitter at YEG Sports Talk, and on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and so on and so on. Edmonton Sports Talk. Like, subscribe, join, be a fan of them all. Touch them all.
Brelando says they do have chicken fingers there, Dusty. I know.
Oh,
I learned a good chicken finger. So first of all, I'm back in Winnipeg this weekend. I'll be at the Elephant and Castle for the first time in 2 months.
Mr. Ritz Cracker.
Crushing those tendies with Ritz Cracker and Huss. But we were staying at like West, what is it? I can't remember. Harbor Castle. Nice hotel in Toronto. And Suits and I go for dinner and just in like the little pub in the main area there. And I don't know what I was thinking. He got the burger and I saw these tendies and it's like buttermilk chicken tenders. And I was like, I'm in. Like those sound pretty good. These things were straight out of a frozen box.
Ooh.
I was furious with
Russell
the guy.
Wilson in
I
the
looked at him.
kitchen,
I
eh?
said, "This is not what was described to me as these tenders." Yeah.
He peeks around the corner. How you like them?
Hey, how do you like the buttermilk tendies? Damn you, Russ! You got me again.
I thought them myself.
Yeah. God. All right. Anyway, so you can't have tendies all the time, I guess is what I was trying to say.
How was the side accompaniment? I assume you went to the French
fries actually were very good.
Okay, well,
that was the thing. I was like,
saves the
you
plate.
put this much time into the fries. We're staying at this hotel where I don't even want to know how much it is per night. And this is the tendies you're rolling out here? Blasphemous. I wanted to get all of their menus and take a little pen and make a note on it. And just say, don't order these. Don't order these. Don't order these on every single menu. That's what I wanted to do. All right, question number 1. Guys, do you think people calling for change in the CFL will start to watch the CFL for any reason if there is change?
I just want to take a timeout if I can.
Okay.
Berlando, I know you're listening since you texted in. Check your Twitter DMs. If you are coming to Sully's tonight, please check your DMs because you won the pick'em a couple weeks ago. I'll bring you the GC if that's the case.
Well, that's really nice.
So the question again was,
do you think people who've been calling for change in the CFL will start to watch more CFL if there's change for any reason? You know those guys, right? You're like, I don't watch it.
If they're calling for change, though, I would assume they're already watching it. Like,
no, but that's the thing. There's a lot of guys who are like, I won't watch it because they won't do this.
Yeah.
But I think they'll do that. They still won't watch it.
No, if they have a specific gripe and that gripe is addressed, they will move on to the next gripe or something else or something of something else. It's popular. I said this at the start of the show, and this has been always... We are Canadians in our landscape. Like if you were making Degrassi Junior High today, it would flop. Nobody would care. All of the things we like are retro because back in the day, we used to be a lot more proud of the things we produced, whether it's music, film, television, arts, sports. So no, we want to be cool. We want to be in the American crowd. We want to be, they don't care about us. Like they don't give a damn that we're,
I don't give a damn about no damn CFL fan lieutenant there.
So it'd be just nice to kind of, like what we have. Yes, it is different. That's the point. I don't want to watch an NFL 2. You can watch NFL rules on NCAA or one of those other weird leagues that, start up and then fold or the NFL. But no, to answer the question, I don't think no change is going to suffice. And I think a lot of these guys that do want change, they won't be satisfied until it is a straight NFL 2 or whatever the case is. And even then they'll say, and then you'll get to that point and they'll say, well, why would I watch this when I could just watch the NFL? It's the same thing. That's what they eventually want to get to. So what's the point of the CFL?
They'll get to, yeah.
That's the long play. So no, nothing is going to quench that thirst, really. And they'll just find something else to complain about. Again, market what you have. Bring back the make this put the fun back in the F.
Of all the announcements that are coming down the pipe today, I think there is one that will get people legitimately rattled. But there's nothing coming down the pipe that's going to kill the Canadian Football League. Canadian Football League will never die. Will never die. But there's one that people are going to be like, well, I mean, there's a few, but there's one that I could see people really having an issue with.
But again,
I think after you have some time, you'll be like, yeah, okay.
As I mentioned earlier, if it's explained in a proper fashion,
and it will be,
making change for change's sake, I think people will be like, well, what the hell? Why? Oh, I don't know. But again, show me where you're taking this thing. Show me why. I mean, you go over those details.
I think what Stu will lay out, and I guess I'm confident in that he will explain it in a way that will, let's say, please somebody like you who's saying, I want to know why they're doing this.
I don't want change. To be honest, I'm a perfect example here. I'm fine with everything the way it is. Now, if he comes to me, and again, we're led to believe that it has something to do with the game, like, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, well, explain to me how that's going to benefit and already, or capture new fans or whatever the case is.
I mean, I am like you. Like, I love the league the way it is. There would be few things that I would tweak here and there. So yesterday when I chatted with Stu and he laid out what's coming, at the beginning of that call, I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I don't think we need a lot of change in the league right now.
Yeah.
But after he explained to me a couple of the things that were coming that I think are of significance and how they correlate to each other and how one only works with the other, kind of won me over a little bit. So let's see what people think. The announcement will be at 11. I believe they're going to stream it on CFL Plus. I don't know if we have a CFL Plus account, but we're going to get it and we'll stream it live on the Lock Shop.
Yeah. Like TSN as well, I think Naylor put out there.
Oh, okay. So, well then, yeah. So we'll stream it live on the Lock Shop today at 11 o'clock. And then somebody in the chat said, Dusty, what's Huss's reaction going to be? And I'll show you right now what Huss's reaction is going to be. It's going to be one of these. That's a classic Huss, right? The mouth opens and then the kind of push back a bit.
Long drag off the vape ski.
Yeah. All right, question number 3. Oh, question 2. We're only on 2. We got to roll quickly here. This could be a quick one. Who's your guys' pick to win the Grey Cup right now?
Montreal Alouettes.
BC Lions. Montreal defense, though, and if Davis Alexander's back.
That's what you're waiting for.
That's good. Disrespecting the Riders, I'm sorry. I just think Rourke is so remarkable. I think he's going to...
He's outstanding, some would say.
Question number 3. Do you guys like these jerseys more than the Heritage Classic jerseys? Trev?
It's close, but I give the Heritage Classic.
Okay, you give a little bit of Heritage Classic edge.
The full look.
Yeah, especially the
whole
look.
uni, the whole fit.
The brown pants were awesome.
Yeah. Agreed. Sustained.
I mean, I still think these ones look like they're from Zellers, but I think I like these ones more. Plus, I loved Zellers. My buddy the Wuss worked at Zellers.
You're not saying that's a bad thing.
No,
you're just saying
Zellers.
that's what
I mean,
it
the
is.
restaurant, the gravy, the open-faced turkey sandwiches.
Club Z points.
The Club Z points, the teddy bear. Zeddy the bear.
Zeddy, yeah.
There's lots of good things about Zellers. So it's not a shot. It's just kind of
another Canadian
reality,
thing
isn't it? Gold Medal Mark says, isn't the CFL announcement who the halftime show is? Oh, no. That's not it.
Well, I guessed it was the Killers on our group chat. That's what I thought. Because, I mean, if it's a major announcement, I mean, that would... Who else but them, right?
All right, Pat Steinberg's going to join us from Fan 960 down in Calgary. He was hosting post-game, pre-post, everything for the Oilers and Flames last night. We'll find out who moved the needle down there. 3-0 win for Edmonton down in Calgary. 3-2 overtime loss here in Edmonton. And then Steinberg does cover the Canadian Football League, writes for the CFL website. We'll get his thoughts on one thing he would change, one thing he would not touch in a million years, not even if the house is on fire. And then Selly's Monday Night Football Challenge still to come as well. The Nielsen Show is brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Whoa. We've got a sports update coming up on YouTube, TuneIn, and iHeart. I'm going to step away briefly on 95.7 Cruise FM and come back with more great sports talk here, leading back up to 9 o'clock when you'll get that classic rock that your heart desires. This sports update is brought to you by the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. They're accepting registration now for Thursday Night Men's Curling League. Plus, how about this? If you book your Bonspiel, and these are fun events, work events with families and friends, book your Bonspiel for the upcoming season and get a free ice rental with the purchase of the buffet dinner. So get the buffet dinner. Your ice is free. EGMGolf.com for more details. Here's the update.
CFL set to make a major announcement later this morning, 11 o'clock Mountain Time, as Commissioner Stuart Johnston will make the announcement from Hotel X downtown Toronto. We will have that for you live here on EST's The Lock Shop with Dusty and Huss, 11 o'clock Mountain Time. NFL last night, it was the Chiefs winning for the first time this season, 22-9 over the Giants. Week 3 will wrap up later tonight from Baltimore between the Ravens and Lions. Join me for this one at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge, Century Casino Fort Road. Loaded burgers on special, and you could also qualify into a draw for a trip for 2 to Los Angeles to catch the Rams and the Saints. Jays avoiding the sweep yesterday and clinching a postseason berth with an 8-5 victory over the Royals. Jays are 2 up on the Yankees and 5 up on the Red Sox for the division lead ahead of tomorrow's 3-game series at home to Boston. Over to hockey, where the Oilers would start the preseason with a split squad against the Flames last night. They would win 3-0 down in Calgary and fall 3-2 up here in Edmonton in overtime. The preseason will continue tomorrow on the road in Winnipeg. A 4-way tie now for third place in the Prairie Football Conference as the Huskies improving to 2-4, 41-30 over the Colts, while the Wildcats dropped to 2-4, falling 52-26 at home to the Hilltops. The Wildcats will visit Winnipeg next Sunday, while the Huskies are back home to host the Colts. 1 o'clock kickoff from the JP Bowl. And the Oil Kings open the regular season with a pair of wins over the Rebels this weekend. Oil Kings will kick off a 5-game road trip Saturday against the Hitmen. Sports Update is brought to you by the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club, accepting registration now for Thursday Night Men's Curling League. Plus, you can book your bonspiel for the upcoming season and get free ice rental with the purchase of a buffet dinner. Visit egmgolf.com for more details.
Very impressive. Taken a few years to put all this together.
It's not a one-year quest because it's so hard to get your hands on. At this stage of my life, I don't invest in green bananas. It's a lifetime quest. Just not sure if I'm going to be around long enough to see them ripen to be yellow. You can't party enough when you win that thing. It's a party machine. Party machine. That's why it's the Stanley Cup. It's hard. It's hard.
The deal's done, Bobby Mack let us know. Ryan Stromey lost it twice. Drake from Manning was not nice. 2 good picks, they went for Griff. Pete just had to go. Eric Greiber buyout, what was that all about? Miko signed a 3-year deal, and my friends, that ain't no steal. Traded for Spooner, shoulda canned him sooner. Chris Russell, Lucic, no movement on their deals. Pete left a tire fire. Bobby Nix is searching for the perfect person. Pete left a tire fire. Now it's tough to do well when you're stuck in cap hell.
8:36 on the Nielson Show. Nielson Show brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson. Whoa. The 8 o'clock hour of the show brought to you by our partners over at GD Liquidators, auctions, and appraisals. Got to be your first call. Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items for almost 40 years. Don't miss their monthly online auctions. www.gdliquidators.com. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. We're going to have Popeyes drop-off around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, which should be hot and spicy. Not necessarily sure I'm looking forward to that as a guy who doesn't eat a lot of hot and spicy foods, but I'll just have a big old glass of milk. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, bring in a jug.
Yeah, I will. I'll have a 4-liter here.
See if we can get through the whole thing in the 3-hour show. I like that.
Paris Jewelers inbox has been a busy place today. One of your text messages will win the Royal Pizza text of the day. We are going to talk some CFL with our next guest. Writes for CFL.ca. He'll have some takes on looming possibilities for this big announcement at 11 o'clock today. But Oilers and Flames split squad yesterday. We're going to dive into that from Sportsnet Radio down in Calgary. Pat Steinberg joins us on the show this morning. Steinberg, how are you, buddy?
Good, boys. How we doing?
Good. Are you happy to be back in the swing of things or what?
I mean, I could have used like another month or two of summer and then get back into it. But no, it was good. It was good to have like a real game. They did the 2 rookie games on Friday and Sunday of last weekend. So to get back into it and like to see a real preseason game, even though I don't know that was a very interesting roster the Oilers sent down here last night. But as expected, it was still good to be kind of back into the swing of things and doing a real pregame and postgame show and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, it's good to be back.
First of all, just from a selfish Oilers perspective, anybody noticeable for you last night?
I mean, that Connor Clattenburg jumped off the page in those 2 rookie games for sure. Like he was up in the kitchen of every Flames player he went up against and got into a couple of fights. I think it was the game in Edmonton where he finished with like something like 12, 13 penalty minutes, something like that when it was all said and done. So I thought he was doing the same thing last night at the Dome. He was going after Zane Parekh, who's Calgary's kind of number 1 prospect, and he was getting guys going after him. He dropped the gloves. He scored a big goal. So I thought he jumped off the page. I thought both goalies looked really good. It was Janssen and Day who shared the shutouts, and Janssen was the more busy of the two. And I thought Noah Philp, who is a local Southern Alberta guy, I thought Noah Philp looked pretty good and had himself a nice evening. So those would be some of the guys that jumped off the page. I mean, there weren't a ton. I think it was Emberson, Kulak, Lazar.
Not a lot of experience in that lineup last night. That's for sure.
No, they really. I think you can really stretch the preseason veteran minimum when you do a split squad game, and the Oil really stretched it. But I had a couple of the young guys definitely jumped off the page last night.
Well, I just wanted your thoughts. It was a 20-save shutout between Day and Janssen. Tested. I mean, to what degree? I guess between the two of them.
Day, not a ton. I think he only saw 8 of the 20 shots, and Janssen saw the other 12. But I thought Janssen saw the higher quality chances. He stoned Matt Coronado twice on really like 10 bell looks, got him right in the crease on the one where Coronado made a nice forehand to backhand move, and another one almost point blank on Coronado, who's kind of Calgary's number 1 finisher right now. So I would say Janssen saw the more high end of the chances, but both guys looked really solid. I mean, goaltending was really solid on both sides, but Janssen, who definitely stood out in those 2 rookie games as well, I thought saw the more difficult of the opportunities, but I thought both guys looked really good. And for 2 guys who are going to kind of make that jump to North American pro hockey this year and make up some of the depth at the position in the Oilers organization, I think that both guys performed really well.
What about on the other side for Calgary? Not maybe specifically in this game, Pat, but just as you guys work your way through camp and through the preseason here, what have emerged as 1 or 2 of the bigger headlines or battles that you're watching down there right now?
Well, down here, the biggest battle, I think, that is kind of the easiest one to point out and identify would be the backup goalie battle. So Dustin Wolf signed a 7-year contract extension a couple of weeks ago, and there was really, whether he signed that contract or not, there was really no debate as to who Calgary's number 1 was going to be. I mean, the top of the depth chart is set for the Flames, and that's Wolf. But the question was going to be who is going to back him up, because Dan Vladar last year, especially down the stretch and in the first half of the season, there was a little bit of a stretch where he struggled kind of in December and January. He really struggled, but first half of the season and down the stretch, Dan Vladar was massive for this team and spelled Dustin Wolf off, took some of the really difficult matchups, second halves of back-to-backs, those types of nights, and allowed Wolf's workload to stay low and allowed Wolf to really settle in and excel as a rookie. And so Vladar signs in Philadelphia, and understandably so. He has way more opportunity with the Flyers because Wolf's going to be getting 55, 60 starts here, and Vladar's not going to get the opportunity to be a number one in Calgary. So he signs for 3 years in Philadelphia. So now you've got Devin Cooley, who was in the American League last year and was like having transcendent AHL numbers in the first half before completely falling off a cliff after sustaining a concussion in the second half and never got that back on the rails. And then newcomer Ivan Prosvetov, who they signed out of Russia, and he's got a little bit of NHL experience with Arizona and Colorado, but not a ton, but comes highly recommended and had himself some really nice numbers in Moscow in the KHL last year. So those two guys, Prosvetov was in Edmonton and Cooley stayed down here in Calgary. And those guys are going to battle it out, no questions asked, for the backup job. So that's kind of the number one battle. The other big story, though, guys, is what the Flames are going to do with Zane Parekh. He's, their highest profile prospect in probably about a decade. The last time they had a high-profile prospect like this in the organization was Matthew Tkachuk, and that was in 2016. So it's been a while. And so they drafted him in the first round in 2024, and he had an underwhelming camp as an 18-year-old last year, and it was an easy decision to send him back to junior. But the timing of all of the changes that we've seen to the CBA and some of the agreements around the NHL haven't really helped Parekh. So he signed his entry-level deal a few months prior to the NCAA allowing CHL players to play. So that means Parekh can't play in the NCAA. And they're going to change the 19-year-old rule in the American League next year. So this year, it's kind of SOL for Parekh as well. He can't play in the American League. So Flames have got the decision. Do they send him back to Saginaw where he can score like 180 points? Because he's been, 107 last year. He was the 2 years in a row, the top scoring defenseman in the OHL. It doesn't really have a whole lot to accomplish in that league. Or do they keep him in the NHL? And the Flames are going to do everything in their power so that it makes sense to keep him in the NHL. And so he's the biggest story of camp, guys. No question about it. Like what kind of camp does he have, and how emphatically does he decide to make it on the Flames that he's going to stay? Because I would say it's like 95% he's going to stay, but is it going to be like, oh, well, we don't really have a choice, we have to keep him?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be, okay, he had himself a great camp, we need to keep him? And I thought on Sunday night, I thought that he actually kind of leaned towards more number two, had himself a pretty impressive showing, all things considered. So that's I think the overarching discussion here is, how does it all play out with Zane, and how strong a camp is he going to have, knowing that it's almost certain he's going to start his season in the NHL.
Sportsnet's Pat Steinberg with us on the Nielson Show here this morning. Major announcements coming down at 11 o'clock today, Alberta time, here with Stu Johnson, the commissioner of the Canadian Football League. You've covered the league for a long time, Pat. We asked Marshall Ferguson earlier this morning, one thing you would change if you were Stu, and one thing that would be a straight up no-fly zone, no-go.
Well, I'll answer the second part. I don't want to see, I think there are a lot of changes you can make that, I've seen a number of things that suggest hey, it's going to be more of like an American style game. And I want to see 3 downs remain. I would say the 3 down part of things makes the Canadian Football League maybe the thing that makes it the most unique. I mean, there's the extra player, there's the wider field, there's the longer field, there's the bigger end zones, there's the uprights, all those types of things. There's so many, the ratio, there's so many different things that makes the CFL unique. But I think fundamentally the thing that makes it a different game the most is the 3 downs, because it just changes your strategy. And it how many games have you called this year where in the final 2 minutes, Dusty, the game swings on a dime, right?
It's insane.
And the comebacks we've seen, like Hamilton just did it to the Elks, and we've seen it so many times this year where those things happen. And I think the 3 down game is the biggest, at least in my opinion, the biggest reason why. So that is one thing I'd like to stay. And I hope they don't change. If they were to do, I've seen a couple of people suggest that doing away with the divisional format would be something that they would like to see. And I thought about it, and I thought, okay, 9 teams and uneven divisions The crossover's used a lot. Maybe it is time to think about going just a 9-team, one-division league and doing seeding like that. And you can still have a regionally balanced schedule where Calgary and Edmonton play more than Calgary and Ottawa do, or Edmonton and Saskatchewan play more than Edmonton and Toronto do. Like I think you can still do the schedule so that there is some regional bias, which I think is important. But if it was the playoffs and the standings, I wouldn't mind them going to just a 9-team league as opposed to doing 2 divisions. I think that would be kind of interesting. And I think it would give us the best possible playoff matchups because, there are years, and usually it's the West Division that's kind of being left out, but there are definitely years where one of the teams that probably should be in the playoffs isn't. And that's one thing. And I think it would make also competition throughout the year really interesting. So that would be one that I wouldn't mind changing, but I don't know. I'll be perfectly honest, boys. This has been the best year in the CFL I can remember in ages. The Canadian talent's off the chart. The quarterback talent's off the chart. The games are great. The competition and the parity's awesome. I don't know. I don't want to see a lot of changes. I've really enjoyed it this year. So I'm curious and I'm always open-minded. And once they announce the changes, I have news for myself. I can't do anything about it. So I'll get on board. But it has been a really, really enjoyable season in the CFL this year.
Well, and quickly, Pat, I know you got a piece up at CFL.ca, and you mentioned quarterback, you mentioned Canadian, an outstanding performance there Friday night against the Stamps from one Nathan Rourke.
Nathan Rourke has been out of bounds recently. And it's not like he was poor before. I think he's had 3 games all year where he's been under 300 yards passing. Like the guy's been out of his mind all year, and he's been way better and we all knew he would be, but way better than the Nathan Rourke we saw when he came back mid-season last year. But boy, the since the injury and I don't know, last month and a half, 2 months, like it's been a Nathan Rourke at an elevated level. And I don't know if Bo Levi Mitchell and Trevor Harris are the 2 MOP front runners, I think you have to put Rourke into that conversation now. And that game against Calgary, I mean, that was over after 1 quarter, and he finished with 5 total touchdowns. He didn't throw an interception again. And in the battle of the 2 former teammates, it wasn't close. VA struggled, and Rourke was out of his mind. And then Vernon didn't finish the game, and that's a big-time worry down here as the Stampeders try to lock down the number 2 seed in the West. But, yeah, Rourke is having a year that he deserves. I think he's going to be the runaway most outstanding Canadian, but can he get himself truly into the MOP conversation with Bo and Trevor and maybe a couple of others? I think he already should be, and I wonder. The Lions have won 4 of their last 6. They're back to 500. They're trying to overtake Winnipeg and make sure they don't have to go the crossover route. Can Rourke get them so they're a 1 or 2 game above 500 team with 4 games to go? If he can do that, then I think that we're talking about an even stronger case for MOP when it's all said and done. But he was bonkers on Friday night. That game wasn't close.
Patty, great stuff, man. It's awesome catching up. We appreciate the time.
All right, boys. Have a great rest of the show, and let's see what this announcement brings us today.
There you go. That's Pat Steinberg. Done a great job at Sportsnet Radio forever. And does a great job writing over at CFL as well.
Calgary sucks, except Pat Steinberg. Like that. Put that on the shirt.
Just cut it.
Yeah, that's the shirt.
Like, to me, Nathan Rourke should be the front runner for the MOP right now. Let me just give you the stats.
Yeah, and we didn't mention Nick Arbuckle.
No, but like
if you're going by stats,
Rourke has thrown for 3,900 yards.
Yes.
Missed a game? 2 games?
Mazzoli started in Regina.
I think Mazzoli started 2 games.
2 games. Okay, well,
so Rourke's at 3,900 yards, which is 200 less than Bo, missed 2 games. He's thrown 22 touchdowns, which is 3rd. He's 4th in the league in rushing touchdowns with 7. And he's 8th in the league in rushing yards.
It's the rushing that gets me.
This is an automatic, man.
Bo and Trevor don't have that in their arsenal, and that's the difference.
Rourke should be the MOP, man. He should be the front runner for it right now. Let's see how the rest of the season plays out. But when you're top 10 in rush TDs, rush yards, and passing touchdowns, you're the MOP.
That's how it works. Even if you want to take the numbers out of the equation, which you don't when you talk about outstanding because it's all numbers based, he is easily the most dazzling to the eye. And outstanding. And you mentioned the running capability, and that's to me what puts him over the top as opposed to the 2 pocket passing quarterbacks.
The announcement today will be at 11 o'clock. We're going to try to have that for you live to kick off the lock shop. And we'll see. Somebody said, it feels like this is going to be a big one. And then they're just going to announce that the Grey Cup moves to a Saturday. No,
Dickie Sparks, smoking sections are returning. And then he leaves the podium.
I will say this. This is probably today. Nothing against the global program or the Genius Sports deal. But I would say today will be the most monumental CFL announcement since they went to American expansion. Undoubtedly.
Indubitably.
So, yeah. 11 o'clock today. It's going to be a good one. And I've done a pretty good job keeping this under wraps for the show.
You actually really have.
I have a closed book.
And it could be text of the day via a photo as well that was sent in.
Yeah, there's the one of Huss's reaction. He's holding his Pepsi. He's like, Jen does great Huss AIs. All right. Let's dive into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, get it done from Bruce and the Dream Team over at William Huff, williamhuff.com. Let's start this with the Monday Night Football Sellies Challenge.
Yes.
We got to get to that. And it's kind of what we'll be watching tonight. Ravens and
Blue Jays had the day off.
Yeah, so this is a big one tonight. The line right now is 5. If you like the Lions, plus 5 points. You text Lions to the Paris Jewelers inbox to 780-218-9999. If you like the Ravens minus the 5 points at home, you text Ravens. Bills or Ravens. If you get it correct, you'll go into a draw tomorrow and win a gift certificate to Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Join Eric tonight. He will be there for kickoff and lots on the go. Trips and
just
jerseys and giveaways.
Loaded burgers.
Yeah.
Orlando will be down there. He'll be wearing his sweatshorts. You'll hike him up, do a little lap around the bar. Carnival atmosphere.
Carnival-like atmosphere. And on Monday night, it's Selly's. And only at Selly's. All right, what did we learn on the show today, boys?
Well, we officially learned who won the draft, the nerd draft. I mean, that was
a tie.
We broadcast it out. It's now out there. Tommy is relegated.
Tommy got relegated, and Reed and I are splitting a title.
A draft without Tommy, hey? That'll be
Well, Tommy said the draft master is out. It won't be the
landscape.
The draft master. He's out.
Draft master.
It's an EST first.
Oh, boy.
I guess it is, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back at the old place, he was always in, right? This is the first draft he's involved in going
I think
forward.
so.
Yeah, that's what I learned. That's my big takeaway.
No, at the old place, he wasn't in all
He
the
was
time.
just a guest.
Okay.
He was. He would rotate through
Yeah.
sometimes the old place.
Okay.
We would try to get a couple fresh faces in there in the old place.
And maybe Corbeil takes his spot in the play-in. Eh?
Oh, geez.
Wouldn't that be something?
Playing his,
That's
playing
Corbeil's
his up.
music.
All right, let's get to your sound of the day today. Where do we go for sound of the day today? Hey, I think with the big news coming up here at 11 o'clock
Do
today.
not take away the 3rd and 1 from the gun.
What the heck is going on here? Give me the Rec Law CFL song already. What are we doing?
Sound
of the day, baby.
Let's do this right. What you drinking's what I'm drinking. Who's got a light? We about to kick off this 9 to 5 from dusk till dawn. Man, it's on. CFL on TSN. Music's playing, yeah, we're swaying. Crank it to 10. These stars are falling like confetti, so wish on one for the gun.
3rd and 1 from the gun underneath those Thursday night lights.
Sing along, live the night. It's a song coming on, one that everyone knows. It's a pass, it's a run, it's a see where it goes. It's the guys and the girls under those stadium lights. Sing along, live the night.
Oh, it's a bold day in the Canadian Football League. The Rec Laws live on forever. Let's get to your text of the day.
There was a suggestion that they'll be ushered in for 20 years.
One of the suggestions was the announcement of today was going to be a residency at Grey Cup for the Rec Laws for the next 20 years.
And you did make a face when that was said. You didn't say...
I'm a stone face today. A stone face, I tell you. Let's get to your text of the day for Royal Pizza.
Come on home, Royal Pizza.
The text of the day. That one really works. It's the Royal Pizza text of the day. Still making it great with the best and freshest ingredients you'll find. Top-notch service for over 55 years. If for some delusional reason you have not tried Royal Pizza yet, Hey, first of all, you should come by here so I can slap you in the face.
Yes.
Order online today, www.royalpizza.ca, or visit one of their 14 locations. Can you imagine somebody living in Edmonton for 20 years and be like, oh, I've never heard of Royal Pizza.
Yeah.
I should try that. What are we doing here? I thought about this last night. These are things I think about when I laid down in bed. I laid down in bed last night and I said, I'm excited to do the show tomorrow. And then I said, I'm very excited that a place that I love as much as Royal Pizza is now on board.
Yeah.
You know, like that's my place.
Square Slice. I mean, you should just video HR Daddy doing a testimonial.
He was just, I'm going to have another.
It brought him to tears.
Another piece here. He absolutely
I like
loves
him
it.
hunting that thing. He was roaming around, right?
Yeah,
He's just kind of prowling. And
from now on, it'll be Royal Pizza only for HR Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. All right, the text of the day today. Let's find this lucky individual. He's won some good ones before. This is good, though. Garth Vader.
Yeah.
We were talking about letting Russ cook, but then only bad things. Garth Vader texts into the Paris Jewelers inbox today, and he's going to take home this gift certificate to Royal Pizza. Let Russ cook, but it's methamphetamines in a shed.
Perfect.
Oh, that was perfect. That was kind of funny. I like that one. El Presidente says, I've heard of it, but I've never had Royal Pizza. El Presidente, you're making me sick. You're making me sick to my stomach here.
Not good enough.
Change your tone. Change your tone, El Presidente. Once you have it, you'll love it forever.
And the baked lasagnas. I mean, it's more than...
Oh, there's a ton of stuff there.
Pizza's in the name, but it's a great menu.
Brandon Cormier says, I've been here for 12 years. I've never had it. I'm sorry.
Well,
you
come by
should
the
be sorry.
station or join Dusty at Manning and he'll slap you in the face.
Yeah. So we can buy, I'll slap you in the face and we'll get you a Royal Pizza. That'd be a funny bit. I wonder if Royal Pizza would like that. Today at Edmonton Sports Talk, people who haven't tried us yet are lining up to get slapped in the face by host Dustin Nielsen.
If I was an idiot and I hadn't tried it yet, I would take a slap in the face.
I would slap you in the face, give you a slice.
Yeah.
Slap you in the face, give you a slice.
It's a fair deal.
If you don't love it, you slap me in the face. My face won't get touched all day.
Those cheeks will be...
My face won't get touched all day.
Untouched.
Rosy red cheeks like us. All right, that's going to do it for the Nielsen Show today. Nielsen Show brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson. Whoa.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
The best in the city. Simple as that. You're looking for a furnace, looking for some AC or a heat pump. No better people to do it with than the folks over at Weiss Johnson. Royal Pizza, still slapping your face. The 8 o'clock hours have been brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions and Appraisals. That was pretty good, actually. I like that. We're going to be sending you back over to the Classic Rock on 95.7 Cruise FM. Who do we? Let me see here. Let me get my log. Let's see who's up in the log. What are we going to get to next? Oh, I love it. What's my age again? What's my age again? Blink 182 is coming up over there. We got the hangout leading into the lock shop, leading into the oil stream. We're live at Boston Pizza today from 11 to 1. Manning, Boston Pizza, swing on by. EST afternoons, the Reed Wilkins Show. It's all going to be great. Massive CFL announcement coming up at 11 o'clock today. We'll have that for you here as well on Edmonton Sports Talk. For YouTube Trev and Lieutenant Eric, I am Dustin Nielsen, and take it easy.